Hank, did you ever bonk yourself?
Bonks are out of control right
What
now.
happened? What did we... Hank had a bonk off air that he had to do, and he forgot. What was it? It's going to kill me
Was
now.
Hank getting horny?
In Indy. God damn it.
Oh, yeah. Hank's a big fan of...
On today's Pardon My Take, we have Bears head coach Matt Eberflus and Bears GM Ryan Poles. The earliest interview this podcast has ever done. So if we screwed anything up, that's because we were up so early trying to get our brains fired. But a very good interview with them, talking about their football philosophies, talking about the first pick in the draft, Justin Fields, Matt Eberflus being a cat guy. A lot of good stuff that we covered. And we're also going to recap pretty crazy, a lot of sports this weekend. College basketball, UFC, NBA, Morant, not so good. A lot of sports stories that came out in the last 3 days. Update from Combine. We finally got Bryce Young's height and weight.
Huge.
So a lot to get to. And it's brought to you by our friends at the Barstool Sportsbook. The Barstool Sportsbook and Casino is the best place to find exclusive odds boosts, custom offers, and promotions. We have tons of ways to bet. Daily odds boosts with your favorite Barstool personalities, live in-game bets across all leagues, move the line plus teasers, and parlay plus to bet within same games or across sports. So check it out. March is one of my favorite months of the year to gamble. There's going to be conference championship week coming up, March Madness, right into the Masters. It's all there on the Barstool Sportsbook. It's super easy to navigate, use data and content to keep you informed, easy and secure registration, and there's tons of different ways to deposit and quickly withdraw money. Slots, traditional table games, exclusive like One Bite slots. So download the Barstool Sportsbook today and use code TAKE to create an account. $1,000 new player bonus. If your first bet loses, you get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. You must be 21 plus. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. So check it out today. Again, $1,000 new player bonus. If your first bet loses, you get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. So check it out. Download the Barstool Sportsbook. Get excited. Got a lot of great stuff coming up. And that is our great sponsor for the show. Okay. Let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Monday, March 6th. And boys, I don't even know where we want to start. Spin the roulette wheel. XFL. It's still going on.
It's going strong.
This is my problem.
Yeah, XFL kind of got lost in the sauce this weekend. DC Defenders 3-0.
Okay.
They had a big cup snake. They actually listened to the people and allowed the cup snake to happen this weekend. Besides that, don't really care.
Okay, so that's our XFL recap.
They drank a lot of beer.
Yeah, I don't know where we do. I mean, conference championship week is imminent. We are starting. We've already started some. There's some bids that have already been taking place.
5 bids.
5 bids that have taken place. Saturday was another great day in college basketball. And I guess what we really should start with is Max being the biggest jinx in the world. So PFT, you also had UCLA.
Yep.
Max
Heavy UCLA.
tore Jalen.
MRI not out yet.
The MRI is not out yet, but
What happened?
Jalen Clark for UCLA, their best defender, tore his Achilles.
I'm just going to say there's too many Jalens.
Yeah.
Too many Jalens. I can't keep track of all the Jalens at this point. It looks like a torn Achilles. If anyone watched the play.
I told Max afterwards because he got us all invested in UCLA. We were going to be the Bruins. We were going to get excited. Our guy Mick Cronin, great, they're whooping Arizona. Everything feels great.
Blue blood.
Number 1 seed. They're probably still going to get a number 1 seed. Bill Walton talking. I think the 1973 team was getting honored. And PFT, I was so mad at Max and so mad about everything that I went and I found like alternate fan angles of his torn Achilles. And so I've seen at least 3 different angles, including the TV copy. It is a torn Achilles.
Now, isn't it possible, though, that if any coach kind of relishes this opportunity where nobody believes in you, it's Mick Cronin?
Yeah.
Was UCLA too highly touted going into this tournament for Mick Cronin and his underdog mentality to truly shine?
Listen, they're still a very good team, but that was their ceiling because that was, he is their best defender. He's a very good player. He can change a lot of games with how he defends, and now your rotation gets shorter.
Yeah.
And what's the old saying? What was it?
Next man up.
No, that's not
Yeah,
it.
good
That is
call.
not the
No,
saying.
next man up. I like it, Jake. We're going next man up. More teams.
play
more teams
pyramid.
should. Let's be honest. More teams should do next man up.
No, it's play 8, trust 7. Now UCLA is going to be play 7, trust 6. A lot harder to do.
That's a lot of math.
No, that's basketball. Play 8, trust 7.
Yeah.
When you're in March Madness, when you're in the NBA finals, playoffs, play 8, trust 7.
Yeah,
It's a good way to go about life.
there's still probably going to be. Titus was telling us earlier that they're probably going to be one.
No,
seed
they will.
Still.
They will.
So they'll be protected a little bit. It's not good. I'd rather not be in this position that I am right now.
Yes.
But I still got my Boilermakers.
Yeah.
Boil down, baby.
Good thing no one from Tennessee got injured this week.
I know, Jake.
Right?
I'm trying to confuse people.
One over my head. Yeah.
Good thing no one from Tennessee got injured this
Nope,
week.
no short kings from Tennessee
fuck.
got hurt.
Fuck.
I love that dude Ziegler
What
too.
were you going to say, Hank?
I was going to say spin zone, maybe if you're trying to find one, just picture this in a couple weeks. Cold open before one shining moment. It's the injury Achilles.
Oh.
Start of the DVD.
Music starts. Tip off the national
Okay, because
championship.
I can picture it Saturday of the opening weekend, UCLA loses the 1-8 matchup, and Max is sitting off the stream, and I'm
And
just
you're-
screaming at him the whole time, being like, look what you did, you fucking idiot. And he's just like, I shouldn't have got my hair cut. I'm a bad guy.
I might jump in the boat for Nova too. I might put a future on Nova.
They're not even
I might
gonna
put
go to the
I might put a
tournament.
future on Nova to win the NIT.
Yeah, that actually is a good bet.
Yeah, let's do it.
Although those teams usually don't try hard in the NIT.
I don't even know if I'll make the NIT.
Okay.
Max is the definition of down bad right
Yeah.
now. It's been a bad 3 weeks for old Maxie.
Yes, but he has paid. And he's paid up the Super Bowl bet. And, we had a great Saturday, great Sunday of college hoops. We're gearing up. This is one of my favorite weeks of the year. We'll have some content coming out for it. So it was a very good, wall-to-wall last. Something about senior night. Senior night really gets it going, Everyone gets the same framed picture of their jersey. Their families standing behind them. And it's always funny in college basketball because, if you have your family out for an MVP award in the NBA or the NFL, you've got money, so everyone's dressed really nice. In senior night, it's like your parents are just looking like your parents. They've always looked like your parents.
I love the giant ribbons that they wear sometimes. That's only a ribbon that you would wear on an occasion where you're walking out onto a hardwood floor. We should also talk about maybe the most important college basketball news of the weekend,
which
we haven't touched yet. This is from LeBron James.
Yeah.
Just woke up from having a dream
Yes.
that MJ and I was shooting the SH asterisk plus sign. I think he meant shit. Back and forth at the men's national championship game between North Carolina / Duke. Great vibes and epic classic game. It was a tie game, 94-94 with 5 seconds left. UNC with the ball. My ass would wake up to see the bathroom right before seeing the ending of the game. Palm emoji, palm face. Happens all the time. Never got to the end. Anyways, felt real as hell. Lol. Good morning, everyone. Smiley face. So I got to figure out. Let's just figure out what happened at the end of that game.
It's also good to know that that's another way of settling the GOAT debate. Because LeBron James is literally dreaming about hanging out with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Do you think Michael Jordan's dreaming about hanging out with LeBron James?
Absolutely
No
not.
chance.
Absolutely not.
He's probably dreaming about drinking tequila.
I think UNC won this game
they had the ball.
97-94.
Yeah, they had the ball.
Yeah, UNC had the ball. It was a tie game, 94-94, 5 seconds left. Incredible last-second shot by, who are we going to say made the shot?
Antoine Jameson
with Eric Montross on the assist.
Yes. Tyler Hansborough, he was the coach of UNC.
And then Rasheed Wallace smoked LeBron James out after the game.
Yes, Hank.
One casual take I had watching the Duke UNC game
Oh, yeah, that did happen as well.
was
No, that rivalry is dead.
dead.
Over.
Coach
K killed it.
Which
Shouldn't have retired.
brings me to my next point. I don't even really, because my Duke fandom has fallen over the years. But I was watching that game. Carolina seems like they're not going to make the tournament. They just seem like a team from a casual point of view that somehow wins the ACC tournament and gets in.
Oh,
they have
okay.
experience. They've been on a run before. They just got to get hot at the right
they
time.
have been
They're not hot
very
right now.
bad this year against good teams.
But somehow these teams get in.
That's
Right.
kind of what happened with UNC to like a different extent,
UNC
obviously
and
last
Michigan.
year.
Those are my keep an eye
But
out. They're gonna
UNC
get
actually won games in the regular season last year down the stretch. They won at Duke. the last game Coach K ever coached at Cameron.
They haven't beaten anybody. They beat UVA.
Their first quad 1 win was UVA, I believe.
Yep.
And their only quad 1 win.
Something I'm looking at.
Okay.
I think what you're going with here, Hank, is that you like the uniforms, and when you see those uniforms in March, you're like, that uniform usually wins this time of year.
It is true.
Well, yeah, and they have Caleb Love came back. I watched him rip my heart out last year.
Baycott probably gonna roll his ankle 17 times, but still put up a double. These things happen.
They just gotta get hot.
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
I don't hate it.
It's a good point. If UNC gets hot,
they have the players.
That's also one of the
experience.
That's one of those
they have
bets,
the name, they have the colors.
Yeah, that you won't feel dumb because you're just like, well, it's UNC.
Right.
That's on them, not me.
Yeah.
They're UNC. Okay. That's not a bad thought. Yeah, Duke did win that game, and it's just the fact that it's not played in the 80s anymore is depressing to me.
It's sad. It's just sad having Coach K not around. It's a major be careful what you wish for situation where
I miss him.
We needed Coach K around.
I miss him.
College basketball needs a villain.
He was a reason for me to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And now I have no reason to wake up. Nothing good in my life. I just stay in bed all day.
Yeah.
Hoping that he'll come out of retirement.
It would be nice. What if he just took the team back and was like, I'm going to coach them in the tournament?
Yeah.
Shire's not ready for the tournament
would make it must-watch tournament. I mean, it already is must-watch tournament, but yeah. Why not? Because who knows who's good? I'm just very, very excited. Kansas lost.
What if Coach K came back, took Duke, and then won a national championship?
That would kill me.
That would be very funny, though.
That would kill me.
I'll be honest with you. I would root for Duke if Coach K did that.
I would root for myself to bury him again.
I would root for Duke in that tournament because just the content.
Yeah. All right. So, a lot of college basketball coming up. Should we talk a little UFC?
Yeah.
Jon Jones, the GOAT, is back. Awesome card, start to finish. I don't know if you guys caught the main event card, but the guy Bo Nickel, who I think went to Penn State, who was like a stud wrestler, just an insane wrestler, he's going to be a freak. And then the guy from Kazakhstan, Rakhmenov, he is the Terminator.
That dude is crazy.
He just beat the fuck out of Jeff Lewis's face and then was like, all right, I can't knock you out. You have a really good chin. Let me just choke you out. Literally put you to sleep standing up.
Yeah, he connected on 6 or 7 straight punches right to his jaw.
Yeah.
And the dude wasn't crumpling at all, just taking the abuse. And yeah, I mean a solid choke from Stan. You very rarely see that.
And the woman's
Shevchenko and
Grasso.
Grasso's a beast.
She's like plus 600.
Grasso's a tiny little monster.
They were saying on the broadcast that Shevchenko, I think, had only lost maybe 1 or 2 rounds in the time that she had the belt.
Yeah. Did you see the replay? Joe Rogan pointed this out afterwards.
Yes.
So Grasso choked Shevchenko out, and then when she released the choke, you could see the line on her face where the blood had pooled.
Yeah.
And where there was absolutely no blood circulating.
Yeah.
And the bottom half of her face, there was a clear line there. It looked like Paul Azinger's head in golf, where it was just completely white from the lips down. It was awesome.
I don't know what it says about me, but I have, I'm maybe whatever one step above a UFC casual is, because I do probably purchase, I don't know, 10 pay-per-views a year. So it's not casual, but I obviously, it's not my, main sport that I'm studying all the time. But in my watching of UFC, I've grown to absolutely love submissions.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people don't like the ground and pound and the wrestling, because a lot of times you just don't know what's going on and guys will lay on each other trying to get an angle for a whole 5-minute round. Something about a submission, it's so primal.
Just watching
it's crazy.
Watching some of the toughest people on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Be like, no mas.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore. Just get me out of this situation.
And that was Jon Jones. It happened so fast. Ciryl Gane, it was basically the worst performance you could have, because the only memorable highlight you had was kicking your opponent in the dick.
Yeah.
And then getting choked out within a minute and a half after that.
Yeah, Jon Jones, when he came out there and he stepped in the ring, they made him cut his foot wrap off.
Yes.
For some reason. It was an illegal foot wrap. And then he stepped in the ring, and I was like, is Jon Jones fat now?
Well, he was fighting a weight up.
He had to step up, but he's definitely big in the midsection right now.
Although we didn't have, because Joe Rogan will call guys out. He'll be like, this guy looks soft.
He said that earlier.
Jeff Lewis, yeah. He's like, he looks soft.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. He's soft right now.
That's a brutal thing to have happen as you're stepping into the octagon.
I think Jon Jones is the best UFC fighter of all time. I think at this point it's hard to say otherwise because he has that one loss on his record, but that was just for like illegal elbows, right? When he's beating the fuck out of a guy.
Yeah, no, the only person who could beat Jon Jones is Jon Jones.
Yeah, or the drug test guy.
Well, yeah, his demons.
Yeah, so
I'm saying like he can't. He had an interview, it was a long time ago, where someone asked him like, "Do you think you can stay out of trouble?" And he's like, "I hope."
Yeah,
like he was very honest about it. He wasn't saying like, "Yeah, I've changed." He's like, "No, this just keeps happening to me, and I know it's a problem."
It's and don't get me wrong, he is the best UFC fighter of all time, but we don't really talk that much about. You say like demons. I think he's got 5 failed drug tests, not for like coke or anything. I think he's tested positive 5 times for doping.
Yeah,
for like PEDs. And can you imagine if another like the greatest of all time in any other sport had 5 positive steroid tests?
Yeah,
we would probably be like, fuck that guy. We should not count any of these. But I think in UFC, you kind of take into account that a lot of the other guys are probably doping too.
Yeah.
They just get away with it. So Jon Jones, greatest fighter of all time, maybe worst steroid user of all time.
And also, I mean, let's be honest, not the best guy because there's some things on his rap sheet that are very bad.
Yeah.
So, but he came back 2 minutes over.
Why can't he fight Francis Ngannou?
Because he's not in the UFC anymore.
Because Dana White called off negotiations with Francis Ngannou.
So Francis Ngannou,
they should start negotiations.
Yeah, no, it's a very interesting like setup now that the UFC has, because if you were wanting to do tinfoil hat, the UFC wanted Jon Jones to win last night because Cyril Gane would have won the belt even though he lost to Francis Ngannou. So it would have been like a Mickey Mouse belt. The guy who won the belt in the octagon is not in the UFC, and someone else owns the belt. Now at least there's a distance between it where Jon Jones has it. They've never fought. Dana said never. He said never on Friday, I believe.
I also saw resurfaced clips where he said the same thing about
Yes. Well,
Jones.
that's the best thing is like in the fight game, it's like the fight game and college football coaches. If they say something, they can change their mind within a week.
Yeah, the thing about Dana White saying never say never, but I'm saying never, is that's in a weird, twisted way almost better for promoting the eventual fight that would happen.
Yes.
It's like, wait, he said never and it's happening somehow? Like, Dana White knows how to sell a fucking fight.
Yes.
And so he could just reverse course on that. Who knows what Ngannou was asking for?
Well,
also, there's rumors that Ngannou wants to just get into boxing.
Yeah, so that was the big sticking point. They were negotiating for a while. There was a price on him fighting Jon Jones. I think it was like $8 million. But he didn't. His main sticking point was, if I sign with the UFC, I can't do anything outside the UFC. I want to potentially box, because if he was a good boxer, boxers get paid way more than $8 million if he was like gonna fight Tyson Fury, right? I don't know how that would work. I don't know if they'd just let him fast forward and fight him, but there's a lot of money in boxing for the top level guys. And so he was like, yeah, I don't want to do this because they won't let me like do other things. So I hope it happens. Yeah, I think everyone wants it to happen.
It did look like they were setting Stipe Miocic up for it. Like, they want Stipe to do the fight.
One, yeah.
And then Stipe, when they interviewed him, Stipe was like, you could tell he was like a little afraid to fight Jon Jones. He didn't seem super confident after the fight was over.
He's a bad dude.
He's a bad dude. I would not personally. I'm going to say this right now. Never say never. I will never fight Jon Jones in the UFC.
I won't say that.
I'll double.
If Dana White wants to pay me $300 million, I'll get choked out by him.
But he wouldn't. He would just knock you the fuck. Like, he wouldn't go for the submission.
No, I would lay down
and be like, I'd
take my back. Yeah, like, here's my back. Take it. Just choke me out. I'll tap. I wonder if I could just go in and just tap
immediately.
Yeah, just tap on my own arm.
The strategy to beating Jon Jones is to lay down on the ground and hope that he hits you with an illegal shot.
Yeah.
And then he loses the fight on a technicality. Then you get the belt. You get the belt.
What if you had to go longer than a minute and a half?
No chance.
I think I've long said
he would
that
just beat my concussed brain as I'm flopping like a dead fish.
I've long said that I will do anything,
if you could just
literally anything, for $100 million. And I think I would fight Jon Jones for $100 million.
I don't think you could even run around. He would just catch you.
Billy, you think that you're saying absolutely because you think that you would stand a chance against him.
Okay.
Billy, can I ask a side question?
Yeah.
Does Riff Raff want to fight you?
Chuck Borden?
Idea.
I heard a rumor at Rough and Rowdy on Friday night that Riff Raff wants to call out Billy.
Look, I I don't know.
Okay.
That's-
All right.
Okay.
No comment.
Riff Raff also huge steroid user and has been boxing for the past 3 years, and that's like the only thing he does.
Okay.
All right, so you're afraid
So,
of
like-
riffraff.
All right. So Billy's
I
ducking
don't
riff.
think-
Yeah, you
I
are
don't-
ducking. You're ducking riffraff
I
right
mean,
now.
I podcast 6 days a week. I'm not like have a professional trainer
do?
who trains me.
He
every
releases
day.
music. He makes bangers.
Anyway, but what I wanted to say is
So no,
Chael
but
Sonnen,
let's just put a bow on it. You are ducking riffraff.
whatever. Chael Sonnen said that Chael Sonnen said that Francis Ngannou, one of the reasons why they're not re-signing him. He actually said this on a Robbie Fox's podcast, My Mom's Basement. He said that he wasn't a draw. Like the one that he headlined, the UFC card he headlined, only did like 30K buys.
Francis Ngannou?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this
Which
would
is
be a draw
I-
because John Jones. But no, yeah, he.
But they're like, it's not worth paying for it because Jon Jones is the draw. Like Ngannou isn't a big draw apparently. So I mean that's pretty crazy. And also Jon Jones put on 45 pounds for this fight to get up to the heavyweight level.
Yes.
And he's been the reason he hasn't fought is because he wanted to get out of the USADA protocol and do what McGregor's doing right now and just juice up.
Yeah.
So I mean that shouldn't be legal.
Yeah, Francis Ngannou did tweet at Jon Jones after saying, "Good job, Johnny boy. Sincerely, the heavyweight king." So
he's
if
still
you're a tinfoil hat guy, this is all working out perfectly for a mega fight.
Yeah, actually, like thinking about what Dana White said about Ngannou, teeing it up for a rematch and saying, yeah, Ngannou's going to fight Jon Jones if he wins. That's not nearly as much buzz as if Dana White physically removes Ngannou from the blacklist.
Right.
It's like, okay, he can fight again. And that was a lengthy 2-week suspension I gave him. I hope he learned his lesson.
Yes.
Also, you see the Dreykus knockout
Yes.
against who was it? Brunson?
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yes.
That was just scary.
It was a great. I mean, when UFC like hits and it's just a great card and like there's big names and everything, it's awesome to watch. What were you gonna say, Hank?
Jake Gyllenhaal was there.
Yeah, I was gonna
looking
say,
jacked. Think he's on the juice?
Well, no, congrats
absolutely.
to Jake Gyllenhaal. He won his fight.
yeah.
So they're taping the
Roadhouse.
remake of Roadhouse, which is an abomination because Roadhouse is basically the perfect movie. So he got in the ring in between some fights and taped some scenes of him like winning, and the ref pulled him off, and then he kept on hitting him.
Yeah. You can read between the lines about what that scene's going to be.
It didn't really make me want to see the movie.
So I'm guessing that what happens is
disagree.
at the start of the fight or at the start of the movie, it's Dalton or whoever is playing Dalton in Roadhouse, Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's a UFC fighter, and he gets kicked out of UFC for being
Right.
too violent. Then he goes on to be a bouncer of a bar
In
then
Florida, I
in
think is what
Florida,
it
and
is,
then
yeah.
works his way back into UFC and eventually kicks somebody's ass. That's what I'm guessing. It's
I've
gonna
never
be.
seen Roadhouse.
Oh, dude,
my
you got to
God.
see it.
We're gonna start doing man movie Fridays in the summer.
Pain don't hurt.
Roadhouse or Dalton, philosophy major at NYU. Mm-hmm. And one of the greatest lines of all time when what was the bad guy's name? I can't remember. When he got right behind him, he goes, "I used to fuck guys like you in prison." It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, good luck coming back from that one.
Okay,
Bars.
yeah.
Somebody asked me on Twitter after the fight, because I said that Jon Jones was an inspiration to cocaine users everywhere.
Yeah.
Who would be your GOATs, your Mount Rushmore of cocaine athletes?
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor,
Lawrence Taylor.
definitely.
Yeah.
Maradona.
Maradona,
Maradona's on there.
David Bowie.
The-
although he became a Nazi when he was deep in coke.
As one does.
Athlete.
Wait,
Yeah, I know, but he like in terms of just like great careers.
He was
You
kind
know,
of an athlete
there's
in a
a-
way. He fucked Mick Jagger, right?
Yeah, he did. I read a story once that David Bowie, for like 2 years of his life, all he ate was hot peppers and milk because that was all he could. Because he was so addicted to cocaine, and so they would just feed him milk, like whole milk, because he was like a baby.
The milk was to take away the sting of the hot peppers.
Yeah, and the milk was also just to keep him alive.
Jesus, that's weird.
Yeah.
I would put the entire 1980. Was it the 86 Mets?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I'd put
Dale Strawberry and Doc.
The
for
entire
sure.
86 Mets are up there.
Yeah.
Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin, good call.
Rob Ford. You remember when he dropped
Yeah.
back to throw that dime?
Athlete, total athlete. No, I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think you know what I was gonna say.
I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah, all right. So that was good by us. That's growth by us. Yeah. All right. Let's take a break and we'll do we got some more stuff to talk about. We got to talk about some combine stuff, and then we'll do who's back of the week. This episode is brought to you by our friends at ZipRecruiter. Regardless of who makes it to the final game in the tourney, one thing's for certain: it takes top talent to build these incredible teams. Without the right person in the right position, these teams wouldn't be at this level. If you're hiring, you want the most talented people on your team to help your business go to the next level. How do you find them? ZipRecruiter. And right now, You can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. Here's why ZipRecruiter is the #1 seed for hiring. ZipRecruiter uses its powerful matching technology to find the candidates who are a slam dunk for your job. See a candidate who'd be perfect for your job? ZipRecruiter gives you a clear shot to send them a personal invite, so they're more likely to apply. ZipRecruiter also offers attention-grabbing labels that speak to job flexibility, like remote training, provided, urgent, and more to help your job jump out. So you got to be on ZipRecruiter. You got to go to ZipRecruiter to hire the best candidates. Bet on ZipRecruiter and handle the madness of hiring. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to this exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. The best employees are out there looking for, best employers are looking for employees on ZipRecruiter. The best employees are also on ZipRecruiter. Everyone who's trying to do business is on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter.com/PMT. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. We should probably talk about John Morant.
Yeah, fun. Guys being dudes. All-time guys being dudes moments there for Ja.
Yeah, so he was on an Instagram live at the club. I don't know where. I think he had a game in L.A.
Denver.
Okay,
He's at a strip club.
It was strip club, flashing a gun. I'll just say, all right, so outside of, the seriousness of what's going on in John Morant's life, that was a pussy-ass gun to flash.
So
that thing was so small.
I agree.
We all agree, right?
I've got 3 major issues
Yeah.
with the Instagram Live. One was that his gun was it was half the size of a Derringer.
It was so
It
small.
was tiny. You can't be flexing.
That's not cool.
You can't flex a tiny gun
No.
like that. You got to have like a Desert Eagle. You have to have something sick that you're shooting off. That's issue number 1.
Yeah, like it would be a big, was it worth it? If it was a huge, awesome gun.
If you had an Uzi.
I'm not a gun guy, but I still be like, okay, maybe you could talk. That was 100% not
Yeah,
worth it.
it'd be cooler if he was like flexing a taser.
Yeah.
Or a big knife.
Yeah,
that would have been sicker.
Or one of those gel shooters we had in the office.
Yeah, or a Nerf gun even.
Yeah.
Actually, somebody should do that.
Yeah.
Just like flex it. That sounds like something Giannis would do. It's like remake that video, except you got a sick Nerf gun.
And everyone would be like, Giannis is the best.
And he's so funny. We love him.
He's the man.
So issue number 1 was the tiny little gun. This is a cute little guy. Issue number 2 is that he was streaming himself live.
Yep.
If you're a professional athlete, you should just never go live anywhere. There's no reason. You're live all the time for your job. It's
Right.
called playing the sport. There's no need to go live. Too much bad shit can happen when you go live. Issue number 3 is...
Ask Paul Pierce.
Yes. Issue number 3 was he had his shirt off and nobody else had their shirt off at the strip club. I don't know if Ja's confused about what happens at a strip club, but traditionally you don't go to a strip club to take your shirt off. That's something that usually happens around you with others.
Okay, only counterpoint on that, if I had a sick body and was as rich as John Morant and had awesome chains I spent a lot of money on, I'd probably take my shirt off a lot.
I would not. I would just never wear a shirt.
Yeah.
So
just be
shirtless all the time.
right. But it's definitely, so he's taking 2 games away, I believe.
To work on his posting live selfies
his
of gun
mentals.
addiction.
He deleted his Instagram, he deleted his Twitter. What are you gonna say, Billy?
What did he do wrong?
So it's been
I know
a long
yeah.
list of things. So it's funny because everyone, not funny, but there's been a lot of John Morant is surrounding himself with the wrong people talk, and it's really just John Morant seems like he's the wrong person right now.
He's losing it.
He had an incident at the mall where I think his mom got in an argument with someone, and then he showed up with his friends and pushed a mall security officer. He had an incident at his house where he allegedly punched a 17-year-old in the face multiple times, and then also allegedly came out with a gun in his waistband, being like, not like putting his hand on it, being like,
but
get
again,
out of here.
he might have also just been shirtless, and that's why you
Could've
can see
been.
the gun. He was maybe not trying to display the gun.
He had an incident where his former, I think, high school teammate, Devontae Pack, one of his best friends, basically went on the court in the Pacers game, and then afterwards, the Pacers alleged that someone shined a laser that was attached to a gun in the Pacers bus. Like, they basically had like a we're coming for you after this game. And then this. So it's one of those things where there's a lot of like small incidents where he hasn't gotten any trouble, But if you're a fan of John Morant, if you're a fan of the Grizzlies, if you're a fan of the NBA, it definitely is like something's got to change.
If you have
because we're going down a bad path.
If there's 3 headlines that come out about you in the span of maybe a month and a half, 2 months, that all involve an incident with a gun, might be time to just maybe step away from the gun life for just a little bit. And it's sad because Ja, if you look at his contract, he stands to make $300 million.
So much money
at the end of the season. All Ja has to do is to just not get arrested for 3 months.
Right.
That's it. 3 months. And you get $300 million. Now, if I had as much money as Ja Morant has right now and I was his age, I'd probably fuck around a lot, might get in some trouble. But Ja Morant just needs to lock himself in a room. You can even take the rest of the year off.
Right.
If you're Ja, I know that the Grizzlies probably would not appreciate that. But you have 3 months until you become a 300 millionaire. That's grandkids.
Yes.
Grandkids money.
Yes. And it's I brought up the line that a lot of people have been using is like he's surrounding himself with the wrong people. I think that's a lazy take. Like Ja Morant is, I would imagine, the alpha of his friend group. He is the guy who has all this talent, who has all these things to lose. No one else around him has all these things. Like he can dictate his surroundings. This is we shouldn't be like, oh man, pick better friends. Like Ja Morant, you have to pick better choices.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound preachy because I do love watching him play basketball, and he's very young. Or not, he's not like 18, but he's got a lot of career left. Like there's a lot of time for him to right whatever's going on right now and have it be a very small blip on his career, being like, oh yeah, remember that year that Ja Morant had like 3 gun incidents?
Yeah.
That's crazy. He went to the Hall of Fame and won a bunch of titles and MVPs and everything. Like that is very much on the table and what I'm hoping happens. But yeah, not good.
So to answer your question, Billy, I don't know about what the state gun laws are in Colorado. That's where he was, Denver, right? But
Yeah.
I know in Texas, a lot of bars have this sign up that say if like 51% of your revenue comes from alcohol, then it's a felony to carry a gun in that establishment. So different states have different rules about like where you can bring guns. I don't know what the rules are in Denver. It might be against the law there. It might not be. I don't know. I'm ignorant about that. But I do know that I'll even take it back. If I'm Ja Morant, just don't go live on Instagram with your gun.
He also
It's
might
a
have
very
brought it
simple
on the
solution.
team plane,
Oh,
which is something they're looking
not
into,
happy
which would be a much bigger problem.
Yeah.
Colorado, you don't need a permit to carry a handgun.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you definitely don't need a permit to carry whatever the fuck that pea shooter was.
It's a strip club gun.
Yeah.
They give it to you when you walk in.
Yeah.
Do you think the gun was sticky? He had like just retrieved it from somewhere?
Yeah, imagine if it was like a fake gun to take tequila shots out of.
Yeah.
And they all just got confused.
That's what he should do. He
Yeah.
should be like either it's a sex toy or it's just like a novelty gun.
Yeah, but John Morant's got good first move by deleting Twitter and Instagram. That feels like a smart move. And then someone, maybe Plaxico Burress needs to sit him down and be like, hey, dude, you got a lot of money, and this is dumb.
Yeah, it's very dumb. Like he has a lot of money, but he stands to make
A ton of money.
lot of money.
Not forget the money. He's like one of the most talented guys in the NBA. Like that's really what's at stake here is like your talent could be wasted if things go bad and you're not in the league.
Yeah.
So figure it out, dude.
Yeah.
Figure it out, John Morant.
Yeah, Billy?
Last thing on the
I'm standing behind John Morant through these difficult times, by the way. I just want that clear.
Okay, that's good.
He was a recurring guest. I think he's got to figure some things out. I'm not going easy on him, but I am hoping for a redemption arc, and I'm not going to write him off forever.
You think his dad's giving him that tough love? Because he said that his dad was his biggest hater. His dad should just make fun of the size of that little tiny gun.
Yeah.
I know we joke about that, but reply guy said that like you want to carry a small gun in a strip club because if the gun's too big when you're getting like this was on Twitter. He was like it might go off.
You might shoot the stripper.
So like so they're like
That was his strip club.
yeah. So it's like it's a strip. That's someone
But that's
who
also
takes guns to strip
that's
clubs.
also a problem because if you have a strip club gun, that means you have a gun for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
got
I mean?
a golf course gun.
You don't just have a strip club gun.
Yeah.
That's not just like, oh, I own one gun. It's my strip club.
got
gun.
a-
I only bring it to strip clubs.
Car on the way to the airport gun
Yeah.
that you have.
Yeah, you have your practice gun.
You think Ja
You got
Morant...
your game gun. You,
think
got
he-
your Saturday night ABC special game gun.
You think Ja like carries a gun in his... or has carried a gun in his like warm-ups during
I
pregame
don't
shoot
know
around?
about that. That would really be putting Adam Silver to the test.
It really would.
But yeah, John Morant. There was a moment on Saturday, I want to say, where John Morant and Jackson Mahomes were both trending. And you're like, okay, so this will be one of those days.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back to the internet.
Yeah.
I hope Ja figures it out, and I hope that this is.
Will you stand behind him?
I'm completely standing behind Ja. Yeah. I think he's got some things that he needs to work out.
Yeah.
But I think that it's something that can be very easily corrected.
Correct.
And that's just don't carry guns everywhere.
Yeah.
Ja.
We're not going to be the old men who like yell at clouds being like, John Morant, kick him out of the league.
Yeah, I mean, I literally had an illegal gun here
That's
in New
true.
York City for like 4 years after the Houston Super Bowl that I finally came to my senses and took to the police station.
So Ja, listen to PFT. It's not a joke except for when PFT did it because it was a joke.
Yeah, it was a bit. So, Ja, maybe you just say it was a bit that you were doing.
Start a podcast.
And listen, I've been in your shoes, Ja Morant. I know what it's like to be you right now. And my best advice would be to just put it in a backpack and take it to a police station and get a $200 voucher for it.
Yes.
He needs a gun guy.
No.
He needs a gun guy.
No,
so he
that's the
doesn't carry
wrong
the
direction.
gun.
No,
but
no, because if you have a gun guy, that means you're going to be like, hand me that gun.
No,
He needs a guy to
he deals
rebound
with the
for him
gun.
when he goes to the gym.
Yeah.
What?
He needs a guy to rebound for him.
Yeah, but
Not a gun guy.
right, not a gun guy. Exactly. He's a trainer, personal chef, mental health coach, not a gun guy.
Any of those could be a gun guy.
No, but if you have a gun guy, the same problem happens because the gun guy always has multiple guns. So you
Yeah.
can be like, pass me one of those.
Yeah, let me hold that one.
Yeah,
That one
right.
looks cool.
Yeah.
Ja Morant should actually just say that he's going into therapy for a gun addiction.
Yeah.
He's addicted to
Holding a gun.
Holding a gun, not using a gun.
Yeah.
Just holding it.
Maybe he gets anxiety without it.
Yeah, it's like
That's actually a thing.
It's like an emotional support gun.
It's like
Also, Paul Pierce. Paul
like a
Pierce kind of said
fidget
the
spinner.
same thing. He's like, I got stabbed and I carried a gun around for a while after.
Yeah. Listen,
well, that kind of makes sense. John Morant has not been stabbed.
No.
I also understand the need for people like that are that young and that rich to have a gun to protect themselves because they are
you're a
target.
mark, yeah.
They're a target, and people that you used to be friends with a long time ago and might not be friends with anymore, they might have it in for you. So I get it. I'm just saying for Ja, for the next 3 months, just go cold turkey off guns.
No guns. No guns. You got this.
Actually, you might need a gun in Memphis.
No.
Billy, again,
see, Billy,
no
you're
guns.
just trying to. But Billy sounds like he's like auditioning to be one of John Morant's friends, where
Yeah.
he can just explain away everything.
Hey, Ja, I know that like you told all your friends like no guns, but I know you better than they know you, and like I got you.
By the way, with
No,
the
joking, no guns.
the incident where he punched a 17-year-old kid on his basketball court, John Morant said that he was like the police officer asked like who threw the first punch. He's like, well, I did, but he threw the ball and it hit me in the head, so I count that as the first punch.
That is assault.
I was like,
Assault.
okay, yeah, this is again. the
Also,
fact that
17-year-old kid's not a kid.
No,
Like,
I agree. If he's
you
playing
still should punch
basketball,
him in the face, but
I think it
gets
was the-
prefaced like, oh, he punched a little kid.
I think one punch in the face can happen on a basketball court. What was said is that there were multiple punches even when he was down, and then going into your house to get your gun. That feels that's too much.
Agreed.
That's not like, hey guys, let's cool out and like check up whose ball.
I need to see the stats on this 17-year-old. Like
I
height,
think
weight. That's important in this story.
He's technically a minor, so they never released his name, but he was invited to a basketball game where he was playing defense against John Morant. So I guarantee he's a good basketball player.
Probably a big guy.
Probably a guy who's probably going to be playing Division I basketball.
Again, you should not hit a 17-year-old.
Right.
Usually. Unless that 17-year-old threw a ball at your head.
If it was one of those fouls where like you're going up and he pushes you in the back,
Yeah.
then I think it's allowed.
Or undercuts you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ball
Or
throwing.
tries to get up on underneath your feet when you're shooting a three. That's how people get hurt.
Or if he grabs your knee and breaks the code.
All right, now we're doing it. Now we're
you can't
explaining
break the
away
code.
John Morant.
No,
You can't break the
Have you
code.
played basketball with a high schooler recently?
I have not. I'll be honest
Like
with
pick
you.
up-
Can't say I have.
They like wear AirPods while playing in the game. It's the most annoying thing ever.
How many high schoolers? Is this one high schooler?
No, this is like multiple. And like you're trying to yell out picks and stuff, and they have an AirPod in while they're playing music, and
kinda
you're like,
rules.
Yeah,
and
pretty
it's like
sick.
they think they're. But I'm like,
You know what that is? My initial like reaction should be, fuck that kid, basketball's not enough. And then I just think of like when I'm watching a movie and I'm just staring at my phone. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, the reality is...
You need multiple things going
that
on.
made me feel old as hell. That like young kids were doing something that I just felt so like foreign to me.
If we were in high school, I like to hate on those people, but I would definitely be wearing an ear pod or an earbud while I was
Yeah,
playing.
they didn't even have headphones when you guys were in high school.
Shut the fuck up, Hank.
Speaking of AirPods, Hank tried to poor shame me when we went to Indy because I have cord.
I was just surprised.
The microphone is way better when you're calling people, doing radio hits, and also people don't bother you when they see the cord, and you don't lose them. I was on a streak where I lost them. I don't know. I lost like 4 pairs in about 3 months. Done.
I'm on such a hot streak with my current earbuds.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
I've had them for like 9 months.
Knock on wood.
This is the longest I've ever kept anything in my life.
So, Hank, should we talk about Anthony Richardson?
Yeah, I'm kind of offended that wasn't the start of the show. A once-in-a-generation talent.
Showed out.
His stats were
I don't
more
know how you
impressive than
can
Cam
be.
Newton's.
I don't know how you can be a GM and not risk everything to get him number one.
Broke the record for verticals for quarterbacks in the combine. So pretty crazy because he broke the record. The previous 8 guys, Josh Portis was second. He played at California University of Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that existed.
Oh, yeah.
Penn West. Brad Smith. So these are some Hall of Famers that he beat out. RG3, Tim Tebow, Nick Marshall, Tyrod Taylor, and Byron Bennett. So you can illustrious grouping he's in.
I'll say this: if you completely ignore all the times that he's played football, he's the can't miss prospect.
It is.
Like,
I do love
just from a measurement standpoint.
I will say that whenever like there's crazy combine stats, I do like to just look at them all and be like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
This guy, I mean, Anthony Richardson is a dude.
Who's the guy from
once-in-a-generation talent?
Who's the guy from Georgia? I think he's from Georgia. The defensive lineman that ran like a
Nolan Smith?
4.39.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Crazy.
Fuck that.
We also had a 4.27 from DJ Turner from Michigan, which is great. Like, I know that the times have been getting lower and lower, but it's still nuts whenever anyone runs. I always like my eyes pop out whenever anyone runs under a 4.4.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit.
Or when a fat guy breaks 5. That
Yeah.
still blows my mind.
Yes, yes.
There was also some news from, I think Rappaport tweeted out, Florida offensive tackle Richard Gorage came into the combine healthy but woke up with a swollen ankle after a pain tolerance test created an injury, sources say. He'd been planning to do all drills, but now he won't be able to thanks to the situation caused during his medical exams. A team gave him a pain tolerance test.
Ooh.
At first, when I read that, I was like, that seems insane to do that. But then I thought about it, and I was like, actually, yeah, like, you get hurt a lot in the NFL. I want to know what this pain tolerance test was. Like, are they poking a needle?
I was going to, okay. I didn't say this, so it's not mean for what I'm about to say. I was going to say they could have just played Billy's 3-hour podcast, solo podcast, pain tolerance test.
That's true. Yeah,
That would be a good pain tolerance
That's
test.
against the Geneva Convention.
if you are,
That would be an all-time pain tolerance. Like, or just sit him down and be like, all right, here's some headphones, and just walk out of the room and be like, what the fuck am I listening to?
for pain tolerance, you do have to know if they're going to be mentally prepared to play on the Falcons.
Yes.
That would be good to know going into it. Like, how much shit can you eat? Okay, yeah, the Jets can take you now.
I feel like pain tolerance tests is pretty straightforward. It's like shut your finger in a car door, bang your shin on a low coffee table,
Step on a Lego.
Like, these are all real pain tolerance tests that we go through.
I just imagine like Mark Davis in the Raiders draft room. They've just got it's like a scene from Jackass where they have a hotel room and it's just covered in mouse traps.
Yeah.
And in order for him to walk over and shake your hand, he has to get past all the mouse traps.
Yes. It's just we just played Jackass for a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, pain tolerance could also just be max out on squat and then just sit on a toilet and you have to wipe like 100 times. Don't cry.
Or wait, are you standard?
No, I sit.
Oh, sit to wipe. Okay,
No, I'm
good.
saying, but like, when your legs are just and you're just like so sore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just something like that.
Pain
Easy
tolerance, it does make sense, but
Right.
it sucks that this guy's not going to be able to work out because some team pushed him too far in the
Pain
game.
tolerance.
Actually, that might be on him. He should have tapped.
Yeah.
You got to tap. That's on.
Taps are allowed at any time.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Bryce Young got measured. So Bryce Young, 5'10" and a quarter, 204. So whatever he did, it worked to get above 200.
You just couldn't have a 1 at the start of that number.
It was basically his agent and nutritionist were like, if we can just get to the exact same height and weight as Kyler Murray, people will just say, oh, he's Kyler Murray, even though we watched him play and he did not play at 204 pounds.
No, and they're very different quarterbacks
Yes,
in how they play the
of
game.
course.
But I actually ran the BMI on Bryce Young.
Okay.
For his exact height and weight. 29.3. He's borderline obese.
Yeah.
He's too fat to draft. This guy's a tub of shit.
How pumped must he have been when he got off that scale? He's like, oh, I don't have to eat 10,000 calories a day. Oh, that's like 3 gallons of water I chugged before I got on here.
He probably sprinted to the
piss
bathroom.
it out, yeah.
Just ran to go take a piss. They were probably feeding him, like force feeding him like a goose that you're trying to turn into foie gras before this weigh-in.
Yeah.
Just drink all the water, probably ate dessert for breakfast.
Sounds like my life.
Yeah, I would be really good at loading up for the combine. I would. This would be my pre-combine preparation would be where I would truly excel to try to gain.
Yeah.
If they gave you 2 weeks, how much weight do you think you could put on? Because I think I could realistically.
Dude.
I think I could put on 25 pounds in 2
I could
weeks.
put on 30 plus, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. Today I took my kids to the ice cream museum at 10 a.m. And we got like through the first door and they started handing us free ice cream. And I was like, shit, why did I do 10 a.m. for the ice cream museum?
There's an ice cream museum?
Yeah, it's awesome. The history of ice cream.
It sounds like something that a parent would make up, to their kids. Like, hey, if you get straight A's, we're going to the ice cream museum.
You guys should check it out. It actually, it ruled. But yeah.
How no disrespect, but how fat
You just dragged your kids along with you?
No, there was a lot of kid-friendly shit. There was a whole pool of sprinkles. How they got to jump in?
How fat
they were plastic?
Were the other parents that were
I
there
jumped in.
that were taking their kids to the ice cream museum?
No, everyone was fine. Everyone was fine.
Because I'm
not that many fat people.
I'm a fan of a lot of things, but I don't know that I go to museums for them.
No, the ice cream museum. I'll have some people backing me up. Listen, there was one dad. I always have these moments when I'm out at these things, and one dad was like, "Hey, man, like just getting through it. Love your work." And I was like, "Thanks, bro."
That's nice.
Yeah,
we used to
live in the dream.
We used to work
living the dream. I'm at the ice cream museum at 10 a.m.
We used to work right next door to
How
the
much
Museum
ice
of
cream
Sex in HQ2.
Yeah,
but even being a horny guy, the fact that the word museum was on there even kept me away from it.
Yeah, I had 4 cups. It was all free after you got. I mean, the tickets were expensive, but then it was free. It's actually genius.
All inclusive ice cream.
Tickets are expensive.
Was it interactive?
It was very interactive.
Good.
It was extremely interactive. History of ice cream.
I would go to
I know facts you guys don't fucking know anymore.
I would go to a queso museum.
When was it invented?
History of ice cream. Oh, the ice cream. Like it was like I didn't read any of this shit. It was like 600 or something.
That's like the one thing that you should learn at the ice cream museum.
I know. The Carvel guy invented soft serve.
Okay, what's the most ice cream anybody's ever eaten?
Probably me at the History of Ice Cream Museum because I wasn't 4.
Yeah, what was the bathroom?
I lied about that.
What was the bathroom situation like at the ice
That's
cream
really
museum?
how many rooms were there? Because
there was a shitload of rooms.
So that's how much ice cream.
It was fun. You guys should go. Don't hate it.
I'm not hating it. It's just very funny that you're like, I took my kids to the ice cream museum at 10 a.m.
Yeah, no, that part was a mistake. But it's when it opened. So I was like, fuck it. Let's go. But yeah, Bryce Young should go to the ice cream museum. Keeps that 204 on.
I've always argued ice cream should be a breakfast staple.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's kind of like
any time.
It's way better than like these sugary cereals, and it's got way more protein and stuff like milk. It's healthy.
You ever eat like the fake low carb ice cream?
No.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's really gross.
The Halo top.
I had an idea a couple years ago.
Oh,
yeah,
of
I
course
bet you do.
Jake. God
Makes you
damn it.
not feel guilty.
No,
Yeah.
shut up.
But I had
on.
an idea a couple years ago that was
Doesn't taste
just
like ice cream.
It was just to sell like healthy ice cream, and then it was just full ice cream, but nobody would ever know because you wouldn't list that on the nutrition. You'd be like, "Oh, it's totally healthy, low sugar," but just make it full blown absolute custard that you're selling. But then somebody told me that Seinfeld invented it.
It was a Seinfeld episode,
Yeah.
where they all were gaining weight with the frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out. I'm giving stamp of approval. History of Ice Cream Museum. Okay. Anything else that we missed this weekend?
Yeah, the Suns beat the Mavs today.
Oh yeah, that was
And then Luka at the end. This is an all-time quote from Luka Doncic. He was mad that Kevin Durant waited until the last second to talk trash to him.
Yeah.
Once the Suns took the lead, which is you typically do talk trash when you have it. I guess his thing was like it takes a real man to talk shit when you're losing.
Yeah.
Which I guess fair point.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? They took the lead, and Luka missed a easy layup.
Yeah.
Talk some shit.
But I mean, I don't think most people don't talk shit when they're losing.
Yeah.
Pat Bev probably does.
Bev definitely does.
Bev probably talks more shit.
Yeah, Luka and Devin Booker almost kissed It was it was a very odd standoff where they both were smiling. But Luka does have it. Like, I know Kevin Durant's now on the Suns, but he did bounce them from the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
So he does kind of have that over them.
I'm all in on these Suns. I am. Chris Paul getting that chip this year.
Chris Paul had a real insult tweet. Hold on, let me see if I can find it about where the Suns are at as a team. Hold on, it was so after the game. Yeah, here it is. It's from Bobby Marks, who I think works for ESPN. Very smart guy, NBA front office, like insider. He said fourth quarter for Chris Paul and Ish Wainwright, 14 points, 4 for 6 from 3. As great as Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are, this team sinks or swims based on the rest of the roster. So Chris Paul and Ish Wainwright are now the same guy. Yeah. It's tough.
You can't do it all by yourself.
It's tough.
Sometimes you need Ish.
It's also just a very funny thing to say because, like, breaking news, your two best players can't score all the points.
But they can try.
Yeah.
And they sometimes almost can. Like,
the game was close because Tim Hardaway went nuclear from 3 at the beginning of the game.
Well, and Ish in the fourth quarter.
Well, no, I'm saying on the Mavs side.
Yeah.
So every team has this.
Yeah.
You have the other guys to score a little.
You have other players on the team that contribute for sure.
Yeah.
I don't see a way that Chris Paul loses this year. I don't see it.
Well, so that was gonna be my who's back. Is the NBA just doing a really good job with these like marquee matchups now that we're out of football season? Because Max, Saturday night, the Sixers.
Hank, would you like to say thank you?
Oh,
No.
why?
Because the Sixers beat the Bucks.
Oh,
and the Bucks and
yeah.
the Celtics are fighting for the 1 seed.
And it was a great comeback. James Harden. I think James Harden
He had 38. I think.
38. Yeah, it was. You don't want to say thanks
No.
at all?
No.
Either way, these marquee matchups. I watched that whole game. It was awesome.
Same.
So, good job by the NBA. Okay,
You're losing to the Knicks right now.
I know.
Okay.
PFT, I'm sorry to say James Madison has been eliminated.
Oh,
the Sun Belt.
All right. The 30-year drought continues.
South Alabama, the 8th seed, is going to move on to the championship.
It's bullshit that their initials are USA and the
Yeah.
crowd chants USA for them. You can't root against that.
75-66 Jaguars.
Tough break. Always next year for the Dukes. No pizza party though, so I save a couple $1,000.
Yep.
Can I say something real quick? I bet on South Alabama because you bet on Purdue.
Okay, whatever.
It was a revenge bet for me.
All right, whatever.
They
I
beat
support
Wisconsin.
I support your bets.
I didn't say it till after.
Yeah.
But you did bet on Purdue when Wisconsin had to win that game.
I also bet on the Eagles.
They had to win that
Same.
game.
I also bet on the Eagles.
No, you didn't, Hank. Shut up. You did. No, you didn't.
I did.
Yeah,
I
Hank
sent
put
you guys
$3.
It's $3 future.
Yeah.
I did want James Madison. Although you said, what if we just play in the NIT? Wisconsin versus James Madison.
So I think that James, you would have had to win this game and then probably play a great game in the finals and lose to even
Yeah,
be
it's
considered
not
for
looking
that.
good.
That's bullshit. The NIT. What
Also-
about CBI? We could meet in the CBI.
CBI can happen.
That would actually be very
We're losing
fun.
to Minnesota right now. That could be CBI.
But
all
You're
over
getting
it.
into the NIT.
There's a rule
I know.
that if
They're
you're
bad.
a mid-major 1 seed and you get bounced, you're an auto bid to the NIT. So Southern Miss,
They're taking that from us.
they're
yeah.
going to be in the NIT.
That's a bad rule.
Damn, that is a bad
Let the
rule.
kids play it out on the court.
yeah. So
Yeah,
CBI,
no, Wisconsin-
CIT.
Wisconsin might not even make the CBI.
That'd be great though if we
falling
played
apart.
in the CBI. What a game!
I think
I
it's
love the
in
CBI.
Daytona.
I bet the CBI
Was
all
that,
the time.
Was that the one that the trophy used to be a pineapple?
I can't remember. I don't.
That might have been the other one, the like JV CBI.
I think the CBI and the CIT are the two tournaments where I can confidently say I've bet on almost every game, and I think I've watched none of them. So
look up what the
I don't
pineapple
have any memories of watching a CBI game. Betting on them, yes. Updating a score app, yes. CBI and CIT, shout out.
The
Find
golden
it?
pineapple.
There it
Yes.
is.
The golden pineapple. Wait, that might be a rivalry trophy in college football. There was a pineapple. There was a pineapple trophy. Trust me on that one.
I trust you.
Okay.
I trust your memory.
Bonk.
Fuck yeah.
I
Why?
was about to say, isn't that a bonk?
Yeah,
thing?
that's a bonk.
Why?
Just is.
Hank, did you ever bonk yourself?
Bonks
for,
are out of control right
What
now.
happened? What did we? Hank had a bonk off air that he had to do, and he forgot. What was it? Fuck. This is gonna kill me.
Was
now.
Hank getting
Indy,
horny?
in Indy? God damn it.
Oh yeah. Hank's a big fan of the Kay Adams show.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah, huge
right.
fan of the
That's
Kay Adams
right.
show.
You told us all about it. How you watch it all. You watch literally 4 hours of it once.
Yeah, and then Hank said that Pete made him watch it, and that's
Yeah.
why he was watching for like homework. And then I texted Pete,
Yes.
and I was
This
like,
is-
Pete,
this is
did you
bonk
tell
yourself.
Hank to watch
Bonk
this?
yourself.
This is crazy.
And Pete was afraid I was mad at him
Yeah.
because you were watching a competitor's live stream. And I was like, no, Hank just told me that you told him to watch it.
Yes.
He's like, oh, no, absolutely not. That didn't happen.
Just be on the lookout because Kay Adams will usually retweet like a few dudes being like, "Hey Kay, you look awesome today." That's probably Hank's burner.
Yeah, always. Like when it's the
Yeah.
egg accounts,
Yeah.
it's just a picture from across a room of
At
Kay
like
Adams.
8 a.m, like, "Oh, you look so hot talking football." That's Hank.
Yep.
This is one of the more outrageous twisting of words that I've been a part of, and I won't forget it. I won't.
Oh,
forget
you
it.
won't?
It's
No.
not.
What are you gonna do?
Hank, I eat shit all the time because you guys bogusly claim that I'm horny.
Yeah, the pineapple doesn't.
Do I
even
make
get.
up things that you said and then repeat them as if they're fact?
This is you.
What-
Did you or did you not
Everything
sit
we
down and watch
said-
a Kay Adams show?
Everything we said was a direct quote.
Yeah, no, that's not true. But that's fine.
How many hours straight did you watch Kay Adams?
0.
That's a lie.
I noticed that when I declared my masturbation strike against Dan Snyder, you did not say I'll match.
I did not.
Also, a little cleanup on the Schefter show on Friday. Hank did bet a Commander's future.
He
Yep.
did.
That sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great interview, by the way.
Great interview with that sucked. To
Yeah.
win the Super Bowl?
No, left hand up.
What
To
if
win the Super
what if
Bowl?
it happens?
To win the Super Bowl.
Oh no.
What if it happens though, Hank, and we're geniuses, and then everything's happy?
If there ever a cash out pops up, it's I'm cashing out.
Well, you
That's
have to be in
never gonna
Indiana.
happen. Oh, great.
Fuck. Hey, crazier things have happened.
It's kind of nice to get one surefire loss out of the way before the season even starts, though.
Just flush it out of your system.
Yeah, just let's get one out of here. I know I'm probably going to lose week 1 anyways.
Yeah, you've
Let's
lost
get
your
one
first
off the
NFL
board.
bet.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal. Okay, let's do Who's Back. Is brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. Carving out time in your calendar to kick back and relax can be tough with so much going on, but you owe it to yourself to carve out some time to chill. And when that time comes around, reach for a Coors Light, the beer that's made to chill. Coors Light is my favorite beer, the coldest beer. March Madness coming up. Coors Light is going to be the beer I choose. So when I'm chilling, watching basketball, Coors Light. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that's Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. That way you always know when it's time to chill, when it's time to relax. Just open a Coors Light. It's a mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Mark your calendar for some quality time with Coors Light, the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Also, we have new merch out. New Coors Light merch out. PFT's wearing some right now. Koozie, golf covers, everything. Coors Light, one of our favorite sponsors. We do a bunch of stuff with them. Drink your Coors Light. Great time this March. Crack open ice cold Coors Light. You can wear your Pardon My Take hat. You can have your golf cover. Coors Light, the best beer in the world. Okay, Who's Back of the Week?
We just fired through all mine. I had Jon Jones, Anthony Richardson, John Morant. But I will say the golf club covers are on sale. They're very, very nice.
They're awesome.
Mountains are blue.
I've only hit
Visors also.
straight drives only with that cover. It's crazy.
First time we've ever sold visors. Sold visors.
I love the visor.
PFT tried to say he's never worn a visor before, which is just
I couldn't
the most
remember.
inaccurate statement.
I couldn't remember a time that I've ever worn a visor
You were
except
born
for
to
right
be a
now.
visor guy.
Yeah, you
Was
do
I?
have visor face.
Barstool Sports visors.
Yeah.
I like it. I did wear a visor when we were with Marlins Man at the All-Star game. You guys pointed that out. But besides that, I don't think I've ever worn a visor.
Looks great.
It's just something that I've never gotten into. Maybe I'm a visor guy. Although, as my hair gets thinner, I am going to need some top. What if you made a visor that had a full top enclosed on it, though?
They definitely, like Guy Fieri.
I think you're wearing that. It's called a hat.
Yeah.
I might be a hat guy.
You're a hat guy.
I'm a hat guy. Is
That's
that it?
That's it.
All right, my Who's Back of the Week, and I'm going to need this is a team effort. This is team effort. Need your support, and the AWLs, I need your support as well. My Who's Back of the Week is Leroy,
Yes.
the breaking news dog.
Yes.
My old dog, R.I.P. Leroy, passed away about 2 years ago. He was our insider here on Pardon My Take. He broke some pretty big news stories and scooped the big J's on a number of them. Schefter poked the bear when he fucked with us on Friday's show. When he tried to pull the wool over our eyes and pretend that Lamar Jackson was going to the Commanders. I was perfectly fine leaving Leroy on the sidelines, and then whenever I get a new dog, maybe that dog can learn how to break news too. But fuck you, Schefter. You've made a powerful enemy in Leroy. I reactivated his account. It's the ghost of Leroy. So now my dead dog, we're making it a mission for my dead dog to beat Schefter on at least 2 scoops this upcoming free agency season.
Don't send him fake scoops.
Do not.
That's what I'm saying. It's a team effort, Hank. We want this to be a success. And he's good at figuring out fake scoops. So he's at Leroy Insider. And the beauty of the show is we have so many people that work in like semi-related capacities to some of these transactions that are going on that we have. He's got like a 60-40 track record in putting out good scoops, that's not bad. It's better than throwing darts at a dartboard. So Leroy's back. He's going to try to break the Aaron Rodgers news. You know what? He should just break the Aaron. We should just say like he's coming back to the Packers.
Yeah.
And then it's like 50-50 that'll be right.
Yeah, why not? What's the downside?
There's none.
Right.
Because who cares if my dead dog was wrong about something?
Right. And if the upside is incredible.
Is a dead dog scooped the entire
Adam
NFL
Schefter,
on
yeah.
this. Leroy was fond of a darkness retreat. He was blind. You know what? Leroy is first to report. Adam Schefter is late on this news. Aaron Rodgers is returning to the Green Bay Packers for the upcoming season.
Damn it. I have to respect it. It's ruins.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He cares about one thing, the truth.
Damn. All right, welcome back. We got to fuck Schefter.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck him good.
Right in the fucking.
I'm gonna come.
Right in his eye.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah. We're also gonna play golf with Schefter, which is gonna be very funny.
Yeah, like further clean up on that interview. I can genuinely say I like Adam Schefter.
Oh, I like him a lot.
He's a great guy.
Yes. No, I also like the fact that we can give him shit. Like between now and next year's combine, he will do something that I will make fun of him for and like drag him for, and he won't take it personal.
No, he won't.
That's like the perfect pardon my take relationship.
Yep.
Okay, my who's back of the week. It was going to be the NBA because the NBA is very back. Also, check out this shirt if you're watching on YouTube. What? Stand up. Stand up. It's my just cover. It's the mantra for March. Make your free throws, attack the rim, run the floor, close out, hit your jumpers, and remember they're just kids. Because remember, they are just kids. But my who's back of the week is Travis Kelce and SNL. I didn't watch, but I saw a clip.
Yeah,
I laughed.
I saw a couple clips too.
I laughed at the clip. I thought it was funny.
There was a skit that was, I think, cut because of, I don't know, when they run long because it's a live show. It was guys that you can hire to pick up your girlfriend.
Oh, that didn't make it in the show? That was the clip I saw.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
so the
that was
best part of
funny.
the show didn't even air.
Oh, okay, so
it was
I'm
just
happy I didn't watch.
girls that want to be like picked up and thrown around by their boyfriends. If you're dating a small guy, Travis Kelce will come over to your house and just throw you onto a counter.
Yeah, like I hate their sports on bro. What are you watching, people? But when people were tweeting about Travis Kelce last night, while the UFC had a great card and Max ruined the UCLA season, I was like, what are we doing, guys? There's sports.
There's sports on.
There's sports on right now. We can watch this later.
Unless you have 7 screens.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'll see the highlights later.
I put SNL on mute and then I just judge it based on that.
Yes.
Bad show.
Yes, but yeah, the clip I saw seemed funny.
Oh, we didn't talk at all about Tom Brady. Did you see the picture of Tom Brady? Is he okay, Hank? I'm worried about Tom Brady.
He's gonna have a
He
weird
looked good.
retirement. Hank,
Good?
Come on, Hank.
I mean, he's trying to step on our toes in the stand-up comedy arena.
It looked like
I guess that's kind of our toes.
It
I
looked
mean,
like
PFT, you're getting into the plastic surgery world. You're
Sure,
next.
you can't,
Well, it's cool sculpting, Hank. It's not plastic.
but you can't judge.
I'm not judging. I'm worried.
He looked gaunt.
Yeah, I like Tom Brady now, but he looks like he's sick.
I thought it looked great.
How skinny can he get?
He's
We'll
doing
find out.
He's doing a reverse Bryce Young.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Let him enjoy retirement.
Okay, is he?
Isn't that what offensive linemen do?
That's
Get
true.
really skinny. Yeah, that's
good
true.
point.
That's true. Billy.
My who's back is O.J. Simpson.
Oh, great.
Uh-oh.
O.J. Simpson was kind enough to weigh in on the Alec Murdaugh trials, who just got
Isn't it
in
Murdoch?
Murdaugh. It's pronounced like 1,000 different ways.
Yeah.
It's not
Is it
just
Alec or
Isn't it-
Alex?
It's Alec
It-
Murdoch.
And sometimes it's Alec.
Yeah, it's like different accents.
Okay.
It's really
But
weird.
it's spelled with an X.
I know,
Yeah,
but they say Alec.
Alec.
Yeah.
Alec Murder.
That.
I wanted him to
that so
cry.
much.
Yeah.
I was mad he didn't cry.
He doesn't have a soul.
I like guys. I want my double homicide people to cry.
Yeah, his strategy, his defense strategy was like show up looking as ill as possible.
Yeah.
So you know how they tell women when they go on trial, like dye your hair as dark as you can, and then put on glasses to make you look like a librarian. With him, he was like, I'm just gonna put on a mask and just be as gaunt as possible.
He also, the defense strategy of all those other things I did, or that you're accusing me of, I did. I didn't kill my wife and son.
Yeah,
but
however,
yeah, like all the extortion, all the financial malfeasance, all those other crimes, hand up. That was me.
And you know what?
But the big one you're saying, I didn't do that.
I do have a history of hiring hitmen, but in the past I've only used them to kill me.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
But yeah, what did OJ say?
Well, I just told a buddy of mine, we were on the phone, and we were talking about this murder case, and I said, well, I don't know. I think the guy might be able to get some reasonable doubt there. But I said, if the verdict comes back tomorrow, he's going to be guilty.
OJ was just talking about how the judicial system works and basically how he could get off.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those, like, remember when Nate Oates contacted Ray Lewis? Yeah. It was like, what the hell? This is like a simulation.
Yeah. I can't believe the balls on OJ. To just to go online with a video of like, here's my advice if you're accused of a double homicide.
Yeah.
I guess he was not guilty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Who's back? Jake.
My who's back is Boomers. Football season might be over, but we have a best of Boomers coming out on YouTube, I believe, on Tuesday. So subscribe, check it out. The behind the scenes crew.
Love
did
it.
a great job with that. Can't wait to see what they picked.
Love it.
Also, who's back is going to the Final Four because Syracuse is in the Final Four for the Barstool Best Bar Tournament sweepstakes.
Are they going to win an ACC tournament game?
Maybe. They got Wake. They beat Wake yesterday.
Now, is Jim Boeheim going to not retire?
I don't know. But they're going to Greensboro, and I believe he's made some comments about Greensboro before.
Yeah. Like what?
Just like...
He hates it.
Yeah.
He hates Greensboro.
That's those are the comments.
I'm a Greensboro.
I don't think he likes the tournament there.
I think Jim Boeheim is at the age where he hates anything that's just not his own home.
I'm a Greensboro guy. I take that as disrespect. My family's from Greensboro. You better step the fuck off, Jim Boeheim. Is he still like talking about how everyone's figured out his zone and how he's still not going to change it?
Hey, they've been to the Sweet 16 like 3 of the last 6 years.
Oh, no, you're doing what? No, don't do that. You sound like a Jim Boeheim
well,
apologist.
Here's the thing.
The standard is higher at Syracuse.
Yeah, the teams that don't see it all the time, they're they
yeah, so the ACC tournament.
Yeah, that's probably not.
Yeah,
that
would be tough.
Yeah. I think they've won like 1 or 2 ACC tournament games in like 10 years.
Oof.
Wait, am I crazy? Didn't they move the ACC tournament away from Greensboro?
It's been Greensboro, it's Brooklyn, Charlotte.
Okay, but they're keeping it in the rotation.
It should always sometimes does Brooklyn. Like this year, the
A10's in Brooklyn.
It should always be in Greensboro. It was always in Greensboro. That's where the ACC tournament's played.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Stadium's
not great.
barbecue.
But Syracuse is in the Final Four. # Syracuse BBT.
Okay.
Yeah.
What bar?
It's just the bar towns this year.
Oh, the best bar town.
Yeah.
Okay. How many bars did you go to in college?
There was a rotation of like 3 or 4.
Would you say it's an elite bar town?
Of course.
Okay. Good waters?
Oh yeah.
The coldest
water
Coors Light
in the state
water.
of New York.
Great waters.
Coors Light water all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jake. Let's get to our interview. Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles. We got a quick ad before that, right?
Yeah,
JT?
before we get to this interview, it's brought to you by Part of My Cheesesteak. We had Part of My Cheesesteak for dinner. There's a Part of My Cheesesteak trailer that's set up directly across the street from us right now. It's right here on 7th Avenue, and it's delicious. It's a delivery and pickup only restaurant brand, and also trailers that bring you craveable cheesesteaks and loaded fries. I think Billy said he was going to eat a cheesesteak every day that the truck was out here.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Billy's going to eat a cheesesteak every day that the truck is here, I think, till the end of March. So that'll be fun. You can get Part of My Cheesesteak delivered directly to your door, whether you're going to MSG for college basketball tournament or if you're simply walking through the town. Keep an eye out for the black and yellow carts. If you're not here in New York, don't worry. We've got tons of locations nationwide. And there are 5 of the Part of My Cheesesteak food carts that are spread out throughout this entire city, New York, for the entire month of March. Even if you're not in New York City, you can get lunch, dinner, or late-night delivery, and we're open 7 days a week. Go to pardonmycheesesteak.com, available on UberEats, Grubhub, and DoorDash. And now, here's Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles.
Okay, we now welcome on very special guests. It is the Chicago Bears Brain Trust. Can I say it's the Brain Trust?
No brain trust.
You know, you guys are the Brain Trust. It is Ryan Poles, GM, and head coach Matt Eberflus. We're in Indy, ready to go. We got a lot to get to, but I wanted to bring up something before we start. So we've been doing this show for 7 years now. This is the earliest we've ever woken up for an interview.
Yeah.
It's 8 a.m.
Yep.
So I know you guys are in full combine mode of like judging the character of a man and like their get off and their determination. What does that say about us that we're up this? Because like you don't understand. This is the early, like we don't get up this early for interviews.
Yeah.
Well,
Determination.
I would say that it means a lot to us. I mean, you guys, the dedication for you guys to get up. I know you guys went to bed at 2 a.m. So, man, it is really important to us that you guys have done this for us.
Okay.
We had a big dinner last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
still digesting it
Yeah,
right now. But you know what? It's
Prime.
dealing with a little adversity right now. You got to have demonstrate some grit and overcome that. So yeah, I mean, waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning is as big of a compliment as we can pay to anybody.
Yes.
Probably. So.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think when Brandon hit me up, I was just like, any other time? Like, literally any other time? So we're here. We're ready to go. You guys obviously are the talk of the town because #1 pick. Let's start here. How many smoke screens should we put out right now? Are we still in smoke screen season, or once Schefter says the #1 pick is on the table, smoke screen season is over?
It's not over yet.
Okay.
Yeah, just we can keep.
So that thing you were
Just a
telling me
little
about the Raiders before, that was true.
We're not supposed to talk about that.
Well, no, I mean that's smoke screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure where
Or
we're
is
at
it?
right now.
Or is it not?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. See, I just
I'm
got to muddy.
confused.
I got to muddy the waters for us. So, how does it work when it gets announced? Like, hey, #1 picks for sale. You immediately start getting calls, or was this something everyone's been talking and it's fluid the whole time?
Yeah, it's been fluid the whole time, and it kind of just builds up. Obviously, when everyone gets together, in Indy, that's where people start talking. So it's heating up pretty good, and I think we're in a good position.
How many times have you guys watched Draft Day?
0.
Oh, I
You
like
haven't.
that answer.
You haven't watched Draft Day?
I get
you
that
watched
question. I watched pieces of it, but not the whole thing.
If I were in your position, this is probably why you're successful and I'm not a general manager, is I would just sit down and do all my prep by watching Kevin Costner from Draft Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have heard that you guys are you're having fun interviews with people. You're bringing them into, are you in a hotel room? You got like a suite set up, you're playing putt-putt.
It's over at Lucas Oil in the suites.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the
Nice.
lower suites there.
So who's
Yeah.
the best at putt-putt?
This guy right here.
Ian Cunningham made a bomb yesterday. Just so you know, I mean, it was unbelievable. Now we certainly practiced, of course, but we give the players 3 putts at it, and the coach only gets 1.
What
so.
are you looking for? Do you want a player to be good at putt-putt? Because me personally, I would not want a player to be really good at putt-putt.
It depends. The skill players are pretty good at it. Quarterbacks all play golf. A lot of the receivers surprisingly play golf. So it was all the big guys always pick darts. They're like, hey man, give me some darts, and then they find out it's like double the length. It's not a normal. I mean, it's a long. It's a bomb shot.
Yeah. So when you're watching that, are you looking for someone who gets like upset if they miss it? Like I would, if I were being drafted, I would go in there, I'd miss it, and I'd be like, motherfucker, and throw the thing and maybe be like, I got to control my emotion more, but man, do I play with some edge. Like I would just say that.
You can see some competitiveness in there
Yeah.
with those guys for sure, especially when they say, "Oh, it's tied now. Who's going to win?" And then we always throw that in there and one more shot. And
So
Guys
what
get
are the
competitive.
options that you put out for them? It's putt-putt, darts, and what else?
that's it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We only got 2.
See,
Because we
I-
only
What
we
should
want
we
to do
add?
about 2
Should we-
minutes.
Should we add something next
Twister.
year?
Yeah.
Maybe you guys
Twister.
can play
Twister's good.
Twister with
Twister,
them.
huh?
I like
Got the
Twister.
flexibility.
I think that's a little odd.
Yeah.
That's a little
I'm
odd.
thinking
but-
outside the box here. Between the two of you, who has final say
On what?
on a draft pick? Who has final say?
Right here.
Yeah.
Well, you just
Man
had
in
final
charge.
say on that question.
Oh.
On the game?
You just you awarded him final say. So wouldn't you say that you technically have final
Yeah,
say?
that's true. You
Oh.
gave him final say, so essentially you do.
Okay.
Well, really, the cool thing is we don't really have to worry about that much. Our relationship's awesome, and we work through this together because it's that kind of partnership you gotta have.
Yeah.
Because we want to be on the same page, and we talk about developing players all the time. And I think if everyone's on board, you're getting buy-in all the way across the organization.
Right, and the
So-
biggest thing with that is that we've spent so many hours and so much time talking about the profile of the player by position. So him and I talk about this all the time. We see it, eye to eye in terms of what we want to have at each position. What the traits are, what the makeup of the man is, and that's so important to be on the same page. And we've spent, we continue to do it. We were doing it yesterday, talking about that. So it's an important piece to it.
Is there one specific trait that you would say trumps everything? Is it maybe intelligence, speed? Like, is there one that it's kind of like a baseline? We need this to even go to the next part of this evaluation.
Yeah, it's for us, it's passion for the game. And that's the cool thing about these interviews is kind of once you break the ice with, the darts and the putt-putt and guys sit down and you throw the film on, you see this body language from the guys that it's like different. They get to the edge of their seat and they see the play and like, damn it, like why did you pick this play? And like, you know what play this is? We haven't even hit start yet.
Right.
Like, yeah, I got beat on this play. I wish I had that one back. Where there's other guys where it's like, just kind of there's no emotions there.
Yeah.
So the guys that get to the edge of the seat, they show it, you feel it. You're like, all right, jump in the car, let's go back to Chicago.
I like that answer because when you talk to, we get to talk to a lot of players, a lot of successful players, and a lot of it is like you have to love football to a point because you're going to have to eat some shit and do some things and play through some injuries.
Yeah,
so
hard.
Has anyone in your evaluation career, you don't have to name names, but has anyone been able to like fake loving football in those moments, and then you're like, you get them on the team, and you're like, shit.
I would say this: there's no faking when you're playing.
Right.
So we always judge the number. So we look at the tape. The tape tells us passion. The tape tells us love. And then we can figure out, hey, because we want you. If you love football, you're going to practice that way too. You can't just shut it on and off. During game time. So. That's why we do all the investigative work that the scouts do and spend the whole year doing. And then we're going to do that now when we go to the pro days and all that. So but, it's always on the tape.
Yeah. Were you guys watching the Colts-Texans game live? I forget if you were playing at that time.
No, we were playing.
Yeah, we were playing.
We were in the locker room.
Did you go back and watch the end of that game and you were like, holy shit, that's incredible?
It's funny, like all that was going on. I was told that that's what happened. And I've talked about this before. I wasn't really in the mood to go there yet because it's still a weird thing, right? Like you don't want to be the first pick. It's a cool opportunity now.
You'd rather be the first and second, though, right?
But at the moment,
disagree. Listen, I'll give you a little tip.
Right.
There is only one team that can win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Everyone else is a loser.
Yep.
Except the team that has the first pick. We are literally the second best team because we're the only other team that took something away from this season. There's the first pick in the Super Bowl.
Right.
That's it.
But you've lost to get into
that.
No.
We don't worry about the how we got there. I'm just saying once you close the book
on
this
don't worry
season,
about that part.
only two people are walking away with something in their back pocket. One's got a ring, one's got the first pick. That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that.
Listen, you can take my phone number and whenever you need a spin zone, I'll whip one right at you.
Yeah, right.
Just like I got it.
Yeah.
But so that happens, and then are you immediately like, okay, we did not expect this to happen because it was like the Bears weren't. It never felt like you kind of figured out the one pick like sometime in December, but it wasn't some of these teams, early on in the season, it's like they're going to be the one pick. Like that's what's happening.
Yeah, it was crazy how that played out because it wasn't until 24 hours after I was watching the play. I'm like, holy crap. Like, that's insane how it happened. So
it was awesome.
Caught everybody by surprise.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right, so let's talk about the first pick. I don't know if you brought a pen and paper, but I have some thoughts.
Okay, let me hear them.
I ran a mock draft.
Yep.
I'm just going to rip through it real quick
and
let you know what I'm able to do and see if you can get up to my standard. So first pick was traded to the Texans for pick 2, 12, 33, and 2 first-rounders next year.
Wow, yeah.
Then we traded the 2 pick that we got from the Texans to the Seahawks for pick 5, 20, and a first-rounder next year. Then the 5 pick to the Falcons for 8, 44, and a first-rounder next year. And then the 8 pick to the Lions for 18 and a first-rounder next year. So I ended up with 6 first-rounders next year. Can you think, it's not that hard?
It's not.
Right. Just keep going, keep trading, keep going. Yeah. Is there a cap on how many trades you're willing to?
There's no cap.
Love it.
Yeah.
Just keep trading. Get them all. Get all the picks.
Every pick.
Yes.
Just for 2 years.
Get all the picks. But is there this is a very stupid question because we're just dumb fans, but there is a part of us fans that watch and be like, maybe just keep getting picks and keep trading down. there's got to be a point where you're like, hey, we actually need players on the team.
Correct.
Yeah. So. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a balance of it, right? Like you want to have opportunity, but at the same time, you do you put the players and the evaluations in these value buckets, right? So you want to be able to play that game to say, I have this many guys at this level that can impact our team in this round. All right, that's how far we can go back. So you have to put that into the equation as well.
Yeah.
I had a red flag that came up. I did my research on you guys, much like you look at prospects that are coming in. Big red flag on this side of the table for you, Mr. Poles.
Okay, what do you got?
Your LinkedIn profile still says that you're on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, no.
Are you not all in on the Bears?
Oh, no.
Attention to detail matters in this league, Mr. Poles.
Yeah, I don't log into that account much.
Oh. Well, maybe you should, because it's very confusing. There might be another GM might, fire up LinkedIn and be like, I want to
Did you
get some
find
deals
me on
done.
there, LinkedIn?
I didn't find you on LinkedIn. No.
Exactly.
Do you have a profile? Yeah.
No,
You're all
I don't.
business.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're a football coach.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
guy's out here. He's trying to make connections with people.
Yeah.
So you got to get somebody on that. Details
We
matter
gotta
in
clean
this
it
business.
up. Yeah, we'll clean it up.
Was there ever a point when you guys got hired, like, we were like, this is kind of fucked up that we just replaced a Matt and Orion, and we're a Matt and Orion?
No, it was a little bit weird. But
Yeah.
It was, but after that, it was just move on.
Again, you got to understand these are the things that fans think about.
Yeah.
Like, we're very dumb. So these are like, we're like, uh-oh, same names? How does this work?
I did read that you'd worked with our friend Rob Ryan for a while, and he's all-time football guy. Just a total legend. Was he ever? It's hard to like envision him as being a mentor to anybody because Rob's just a guy that you hang out with. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
But what was that relationship between you and him like? Because he's a fascinating guy.
Yeah, so I was sitting at my desk at the University of Missouri. I was the D coordinator and assistant head coach at the time, working for Gary Pinkel, and I got a phone call. I picked it up, and they said, it says, hello. It didn't say his name, right? And I'm sitting there talking to this guy, and he said, hey, we're looking to interview you. I want to bring you in. We're bringing some college guys and to coach the linebackers. And then about 5 minutes goes by, and I said, what place is this? He goes, oh, the Cleveland Browns. I said, okay, that's cool. And he goes, I said, I had to hop and do a recruiting meeting here, at 8 o'clock. And so I hopped in there. Then I came back and called him back, and he said, hey, we want to interview you for the linebacker job with the Cleveland Browns. And I said, yeah, I'll come in. And so I went in there, and the interview was a marathon interview. It was with him and Eric Mangini. Yeah. And it went on forever. I got there at 10. I did not stop interviewing until 2 in the morning.
Holy shit.
And then they offered me the job, at 2 in the morning. And what they did was Rob would teach me defenses all day. And then after dinner, I had to teach him back to Eric Mangini. Okay. So I just did that. We did it, took a couple of breaks, and eventually they offered me the job, and I took it.
If I was in an interview that lasted that long, I would be like, I quit already.
And
I don't even have the job.
No, it was fun because it was ball. We're talking ball the whole time. So it was to me, it was fascinating to learn a different way to do things and how they did stuff, and it was pretty cool.
Okay, so off that, there's a lot of not debate, but you hear it. Different coaches talking, like a Bruce Arians would be like, "Look, we get in, we do our work, we leave." Like that's what football is. You don't have to sit here till 3 in the morning and pretend that you're grinding and sleep at the office. What style are you more accustomed to, and how do you run the coaching staff? Everything's going on. It could go for you as well, Ryan. Where it's like, what's the mantra? Is it you guys are working till 4 in the morning? Or is it just get your job done and you can go enjoy your life?
Yeah, I think that's you have a schedule, and we start work at 6 and usually end around 10:30 for the long days. So it's not too much. Then you get to sleep, and you're gonna have some lack of sleep those first couple days and game plan days. The Mondays, the Tuesdays, and then once you get the players in, then we start to catch back up on sleep. But I also understand that each guy, and I give them this latitude a little bit, that there's morning guys and there's night guys. There's all human beings are that way. Some guys wake up at 4 a.m. Some guys like to stay up till midnight. And that's cool, just as long as you get your work done.
Okay, you didn't give us that latitude, just so we're clear.
No, you were 8 a.m.
Yeah, and we're not morning guys.
That's what it is. Yeah,
and really, a lot of people would hear 8 a.m. and be like, "That's not morning. That's normal time for people to start their day."
8 a.m. is a normal.
Yeah. Wait, so what about you, Ryan? Are you? There's got to be a point where you're doing scouting and you're like, guys, we've gone over this so many times.
Yeah, you don't want to overcook it. I mean, there's times where you can overanalyze this thing and start to spin and you're getting too many opinions. So there's a time to shut it down, and you feel comfortable. Everyone's on the same page because the way we meet, we're all in the room together. It's a collaborative deal, and it truly is. I mean, we'll go at it if there's two different opinions, which is fun. But then when we make a decision, everyone's on board. So we grind, we sprint, and then we try to take some time to gas up so that we have clarity when we make decisions.
Yeah.
Coach, I have a red flag for you as well, and I'm not sure if this.
We'll see if it's a red flag.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if it's a real fact, but it's a fact that I read on the internet, so I'm pretty sure it's real.
Okay.
It says that you have 4 cats.
Oh no.
Incorrect. I have 2 cats.
Oh,
They
no.
were adopted when I was in Dallas. Okay. And named after the movie Frozen, Anna and Elsa.
Okay.
So it's incorrect.
So the 4 cats thing is we can dispel that.
Don't use your kids to get out of this.
No.
If you're a cat guy, you're a
sounds
cat
like
guy.
we're using
Well,
kids.
I've been around ladies my whole life. So I got 2 daughters, and I got my wife of 27 years. So they are certainly cat people, and now I am a cat person.
Can we say definitively that we're drawing the line at 2 cats? Because you get 3 cats, you might as well have 7.
Right.
You're a crazy
Agreed.
cat guy at
Agreed.
that point.
And like sometimes you look at the cats and you're like, I kind of wish this was a dog. Do you ever do that?
No.
Oh, okay. That was
No. I never feel like taking them out for a walk.
No, that's a red flag.
Yeah, red
that's
flag.
a red
You can't
flag.
be-
That's a red flag.
Have you ever asked a player, would you identify as a cat or a dog? Like, which one do you like more? That's another classic like GM question that we've heard from.
I don't
some
think they
teams.
do that anymore.
Really?
Nah.
I don't think we do
I like
that.
it. We're talking about like the science has moved on.
Yeah.
We're done with that.
We've got some advanced stuff now.
Right.
We're on to like ping pong balls in a 747.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff. So you guys, you don't have the weird questions. It has everyone. I would do the weird question just to see if they react. Like there's no good answer. Just see what they say. Just one weird question. You should do it.
Yeah, we'll start throwing it in.
Yeah, throw it out there. I'm gonna think of a weird question they would do.
Or do you like when you shake their hands? Are you trying to outgrip them in that initial handshake? Are you monitoring how good their grip
Pull
is?
them in.
We should analyze that because you get the whole spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the soft one's concerning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dead fish.
And then there's guys that try to break your hand. Like, what are we trying to do?
Yeah.
You know, so-
What I always look out for is if I do a like real nice firm handshake on somebody and then they go over the top and you can tell that they're trying to prove something in the handshake. I don't like that. I like just solid handshake, eye contact, 2 seconds, break it off clean. We're moving on.
Have you ever had someone throw you the one that goes straight to the forearm?
Oh yeah. And you feel like you're in a secret
kinda like
society.
it, yeah.
You're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I sort of sweat thinking about that situation.
That one is
That
weird.
makes me very uncomfortable.
Go ahead.
Just a real football question. If we could talk a little ball, how awesome was it when you discovered that Justin Fields is a great quarterback this year?
It was cool to see the maturation, during the course of the year. Him learning the new offense, and then, midway through kind of take off. We scored a lot of points during that time, and he really took ownership of that. And, his leadership just kept growing and growing and growing during the course of the year. So certainly excited about that. Like I've stated, obviously he has things to work on like everybody else on the team does, and to grow into the second year. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, was there a point that the switch flipped for the coaching staff as well? Because it did feel like going through the season somewhere around, it was like around the Monday Night Football game in New England where it was like, okay, we're going to use him differently and it's starting to be more effective.
Yeah, so we had that mini bye, so we had the Thursday game, the Washington game in Chicago. What's that?
What happened? Who won
He's
that
a
game?
Commanders fan.
I forgot who won that game.
Yeah, but Fields actually almost won that game because remember he had that like 50-yard run in the
that was
fourth
sick.
quarter with
Yeah.
like 2 minutes left.
Yeah, that was
So
cool.
we kind of won it with cool
Yeah,
plays.
Yeah, it's two
Yeah.
decent plays at the end,
Yeah.
to win it. Yep. So then we looked at it. We always do this every single week, but we look at every player, okay, what he can improve on, during the course of that time. And then we say, okay, what's going to be the plan going forward to improve him? And, of course, we do that unit, by unit too, offense, defense, and kicking. And we just put our heads together, and said, hey, let's implement some of these things that, enhance his skill set and utilize his skill set. And that's what we did.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was very exciting to watch him, grow and some of the running plays. And I agree, passing we're going to work on. I had a question for you, Coach, though, about your start. So Nick Saban coached you at Toledo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty crazy considering what he's done, what he's accomplished since then. Did you have any idea when you're playing for Nick Saban, like this guy is different than every other coach I've ever been around?
Yeah. We started off with he had a team meeting And he said to us, he goes, what you're about to go through, because we're going to start winter conditioning, which is his Winning Edge program. And he said it'll be the hardest thing you ever do, right? And, players are looking around and saying, okay, sure, right? And then, man, you get up for those 6 a.m. workouts, and he's got 16 stations that he does. And by the time we got halfway through it, I think we had 8 scholarship guys quit. Wow. And I had shin splints so bad I could barely walk down the stairs, because we did it at what's used to be called Centennial Hall. It's the basketball arena. So we would do sprint 300-yard laps, and you do mat drills and different things like that. And then we got to spring ball, and one of the comments that he I stepped up on a trap play and I hit the guy for a TFL. And I was over, hit him pretty good. And I look up, and Coach Saban's over top of me, and he said, hey, I was celebrating. He said, don't worry about that play, worry about the next play. So he was flipping, one play at a time type of mentality. But you could certainly see in his demeanor and how he operated things and attention to detail.
Yeah.
That he was building a champion at that point. And I've taken that with me all the way through, because he is just outstanding from day one. From my perspective as a player, you could see that his leadership skills and his attention to detail was off the charts.
Yeah.
I can tell when you're just talking about hitting somebody, I can tell you miss it a little bit. Mm-hmm. You miss that contact.
I always do. I'm an aggressive person by nature.
You're a cat guy, though, so not that aggressive.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's good. Yeah, you got to size me up there.
You're going to jack him up.
I sized you up when I walked in. I'm not concerned.
You missed that contact, right?
I loved it. I enjoyed that part of the game, and I like to coach that into the players. I really appreciate guys that like that part of the game, that style, the physical style of it, and I'm always drawn to those guys when I'm watching the tape, with Ryan, and it's certainly something fun to enhance in a player.
I can imagine you watching film and you finding there's got to be a couple guys in their defense that you look at and you're like, that guy, I love watching that guy play. He's just absolute game wrecker. Is there anybody that comes to mind on the Bears defense that you just love watching the film and you're clapping it up in the film room?
Yeah, Brisker's one of the guys that I love to watch because, obviously a great evaluation by Ryan last year, the playmaking ability, but also the hitting, the striking ability. In our system, we always say quickness, instincts, and strike, and those guys that have those abilities are very important to us, and that's what we look at for players.
We're going to get back to the Bears guys in a second. Before we do, they're brought to you by BetterHelp. This show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and we're changing. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things. For me personally, things that were important to me in my 20s started to change. Now different things are important to me in my 30s. It changes how I think, how I process things, how I react to them, and therapy can be a great way to sort through all of that in your own head. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on the journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/PMT today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/PMT. And now, back to the Bears.
So, speaking of playing days, you obviously, Ryan, you played at Boston College offensive lineman. Do you find yourself does your eye draw to the offensive lineman when you're watching tape? And have you found yourself being able to be better at grading and analyzing offensive linemen because you actually played the position?
Yeah, there's just the little details that you're kind of drawn to, and you see it's angles, it's feel, the instinct, part of the game. That stands out a little bit more. And over my career, obviously that starts to bleed into other positions, but it's always starting there where you have you feel like you have a good flow.
All right, so you need to have a good offensive line. That's basically what we're okay. Yeah. That's so. Speaking of that, in the draft, is it best position available, or is it value? Just like we'll just take anyone.
It is value, and then certain positions are weighted a little bit different to be stacked ahead of positions that aren't.
That was smart what you did, because we can't let everyone else know.
No.
Best position available.
Yeah.
You got to just hey, let's grab anyone.
Yep.
We'll do it, because you don't want people to be like, oh, they need this, so we can jump in front of them. We're just taking anyone.
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 Any person.
Even a quarterback. See this smoke screen?
Yeah.
Smoke screen.
Yeah.
Smoke screen.
Coach,
Yeah.
what would happen?
Quarterback. We could take
what
a
would happen
quarterback.
Yeah, it's on the
if,
table.
if you guys drafted 4 quarterbacks in the first 6 rounds of the draft? This
Let's get
year?
fucking nuts.
How would you feel about that?
Why not?
Let's go crazy.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you
they
sounds
can't
like you have
expect
final
crazy.
say right now. You just final say them on 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get fucking nuts.
Expectations.
Yeah.
Are there when you're taking these calls and you're obviously hearing from a bunch of teams that are putting together packages, competing, so you can move up. You're evaluating everything. Are there different teams and general managers that you see the notification from and you're like, I got to deal with this guy again? Like, is there a team that you would prefer to deal the pick to as opposed to other teams?
No. And I got good relationships with most of them. So, yeah, open to talk to anybody.
So,
Okay.
but would it matter at all if you dealt the pick inside the division?
Yeah, that takes a little more to do that for sure.
There's a premium on that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that.
Big premium.
I
Yeah,
like that.
big premium.
Big premium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach, I got a problem. We got to fix your acronyms. So you have an acronym HITS.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I do.
So what does it stand for?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay. Hustle, intensity, takeaways and taking care of the football, and smart situational football. The T and the S are a lot. We got to get it to one word.
Yeah. Well, you can do the T, just the ball,
Okay.
and
so
then the S can just be smart.
okay. All right. So there we go. That
We
was
figured
easy.
it out.
Simplify.
That was
I
very,
mean,
very easy.
you're just getting too wordy. I mean,
Well, that's what I was saying. I
Yeah.
saw it and I was like, I was saying just do hitting people is the shit. Hits.
I like that.
So that's just very easy right off the. And then what's the other one is the M&M principle, right? Which
Yeah,
I
that-
like that one.
That's motor and mean.
Okay.
Yep.
So which one means more? You need the motor or the mean?
Well, you need them both
But which one if you had to pick one?
because that's for a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
You got to have that.
The motor and the mean.
Yeah.
The motor, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if you had great motor and then you go ahead and strike somebody and you kind of ooze into it. I mean, what does it really mean then?
Yeah.
yeah,
right.
if you
Is it a perfect like you want 50-50? The exact same motor and mean?
Yeah, I want them all 100%.
Okay.
if you have mean but no motor, then you're just kind of just an
dick.
asshole.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like
You're just getting penalized.
And then if you have a motor, if you have a motor and you're not mean, you're just a fast guy.
yeah,
You're a track guy.
motor and mean.
It's got to be. You have to have disposition.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not it's the position and the disposition.
Oh,
You
I
gotta have
like
both.
that. That's a good saying.
I
Feel
like
free
that,
to use
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
that
we will.
position and the disposition.
We'll steal that one.
Yes. That one's an easy one.
How do we feel about getting a dome in Chicago? Pro or con?
No, I think it's a good opportunity to do a lot
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a great. That's a
at
great
all
answer.
at all times of the year.
Yes.
Because Justin, when we interviewed him, he said like it'd be cool to have a dome. I think a lot of offensive players probably would feel that way. But is there anything about if you're interviewing a guy that's going to be playing in Chicago, do you want him to enjoy cold weather?
Yeah, I think it tells you a little bit about his toughness too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys that play in the cold, no sleeves,
Were you a no sleeve guy?
no sleeve at BC, no sleeves.
No sleeves.
Were you a no sleeve guy?
No sleeves.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah,
No
you can't do it.
sleeves. What about free agency? So you like it's obviously one of the busiest times for you guys right now because not only do you have the number 1 pick, but you have a lot of cap space.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a like first day big splash? We thinking about making a big splash, letting everyone know, hey, look at what we just bought, or are we going to be a little more conservative? Is there?
I wouldn't
game
say it's somewhere in between.
Okay.
Somewhere in between. Yeah, we need guys that are gonna help us win and get us in the right direction. But at the same time, we're still going to be disciplined with the approach.
Yeah.
So we don't want to do anything crazy that's going to hurt us down the road. We kind of want to find that sweet spot where we can do this for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
You guys are smart guys.
You're smart. How did you guys meet?
Oh, it was a couple years ago. Linked up. We were playing golf there in Florida and got to know each other. And then there were some, people that I worked with that worked with Coach. So we got to kind of do our homework on each other that way too.
Yeah.
So, yep. Had a few phone calls over the years.
Did you know, like when you were interviewing for the position, like I feel like I feel like I'm nailing these interviews. I feel like I've got a good shot.
Well, I
at
know
it.
that when him and I, started to build our relationship, I could certainly see us working together because we had the same philosophies. We cared about the same things. We put the players first. We always want to serve the players and help them to become better. And that's where our hearts were, and you could feel that right away. So that was the most important thing because you start with foundation of people. That's the most important thing. And then are you in terms of like having that same vision? And I certainly felt that all the way through, and still obviously do. And it's just building and building. Our relationship's getting stronger and stronger. So it's been cool.
I didn't know that much about you coming into this interview, but what I can tell just from sitting at a table with you and hearing you talk, you have the coach's accent. When I hear your accent, that's football coach to me. It's like a little bit Gruden. Is that the Ohio coming out? Is that what that is?
I just been blessed to have a lot of great examples of coaches. From Gary Pinkel, who just got in the Hall of Fame. I worked for him 18 years, and then Nick Saban for that short amount of time, the impact that he had, and then all the position coaches. Coach Pease, Dean Pease just retired. I was with him. He won 2 Super Bowls as a defensive coordinator. Tom Amstutz was the head coach at Toledo. We had a fantastic record there. So a lot of really good, successful coaches, but really good men to be able to really show me the way.
I'm also moving you up in my power rankings of which coaches could beat up other coaches in the NFL.
No, you definitely getting moved up. The look you gave me when I was like, "You're a cat guy, soft." You want to jump across the table.
You're
I like
allowed
that.
to hit him.
Yeah, no, that's when we do our post grades after this. We're like, that guy's got some mean and motor.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
I like it.
That's a fact.
That's good.
Yeah, we're pushing all the right buttons.
And I feel like you could beat up a majority of the general managers, right?
Oh yeah.
I'll let you figure that out on your ranking.
Yeah. You guys definitely size each other up when you're making trades. Yeah, you guys are. It's like anything else in life. You're trying to alpha each other a little bit.
Yeah. And again, these are the dumb things that we think of as fans, where we're just like in the middle of like July, we'll say, what team would win the Super Bowl if it was just a fist fight between the coaches? Shit like that.
Right.
Be careful of Vrabel, though. He'll fight dirty. Ryan, question about the start of your time in Chicago. You obviously had the Roquan contract stuff in the summer.
Yeah.
Ends up being in a trade. How do you think that all, like, looking back on it, went down? Do you have any regrets, or like, hey, I wish I'd handled this differently? Because you got thrown right into it. That was immediately, this is a tough situation.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to get through it.
Yeah, no, I knew coming in that you always have to stay on your toes and adjust and adapt. And but no, with that situation, I felt like we had a system, we had a process. I talk about it a lot just in terms of how we're going to value certain positions and players. And we're going to put that together and we're going to stick with it. There's some flexibility there that you try to work. And I felt like we did that. And at the end of the day, I thought the result was great. Roquan got the contract he was looking for. We got some draft capital, and we'll just continue to build that way. But I couldn't be happier for him.
Yeah. And then what about the Chase Claypool trade? So
Yep.
I'm a fan of it.
Yep.
I think the story is not done. That's
Right.
my line.
Correct.
Some people online are saying we got fleeced.
Yeah, that's just
Did
the
we
way.
get fleeced?
It's just the way that it goes down. I think at the end of the day, it was an opportunity to get another receiver on the team that can affect the game. I've talked about this too, where this is where it's different than basketball and baseball. It's not just plug and play immediately. There was off-season workouts, there's training camp, all of that he didn't get. And then especially for an outside receiver, there's a relationship piece with a quarterback that there's trust, especially big body receivers that when in contested situations. You got to trust that even if you don't see it. And I know in this offseason they're going to get some work together, and that relationship's going to grow. So I don't think the story's written. I got confidence in it.
Yes.
And at some points, in this game, you got to take chances. And you got to step out and do things. And right there was an opportunity to get our team better, our offense better, and give Justin, another weapon to throw to.
I got your back on that, so don't worry, because I ran into Chase Claypool at the Super Bowl, and he knew my name. Yeah. So I was like, I'm a fan of yours for life. So I'm going to you and I might both get fired just going down with Chase Claypool, but we'll do it. We'll be back-to-back being like, no, we didn't get fleeced. We're not owned. So don't worry, I got you.
Good.
You got me fighting for you.
Coach, did you work with Justin Fields on his tackling after watching that film of him trying to take out Micah Parsons, just like stepping over him?
I did not.
No, his tackling improved this year. That was bad.
He shouldn't be doing that very much. So.
Yeah, that's smart. It's just like don't hurt yourself, but also maybe just touch him if he's already down on the ground.
Yeah.
I'd actually prefer he did it the way – I know it was embarrassing, but probably Jay Cutler's best year with the Bears, he went out with an injury because he broke his thumb tackling after an interception. So let's just maybe get him out of – just get out of there. Don't even worry about it.
Or just no interceptions.
Yeah, or no interceptions.
That's
probably
best offense
good
is a
call.
good defense.
What do you think about the orange jerseys? How are we feeling? Do you feel like the team has a different personality? Because, again – we'll see like a different jersey color and be like, oh, that team looks awesome today. They're going to be sick. Do you think the guys play different in different jerseys?
No, I do not.
Damn. All right.
No.
That was a dumb question. And also, I disagree with your answer, respectfully.
Yeah.
That's just you. It's the Dion. You look good. You play good. Like that happens. So you never ever see it.
Right. I think it's in the preparation, not in
Okay.
the jersey. Yeah.
I like that a coach says this.
Yeah,
because
but I kind
it
of
would be a big red flag.
But
if
I
a coach
kind of
was,
want
like,
deep down
picking out outfits before the game.
Deep down, like I kind of want him to admit, like if you have a bad week of preparation, you could just be like, let's just put out a really sick jersey and everyone that'll make up for
Everything
all
will be
the
good.
holes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, have it like actually have like bear fur on it.
Yeah, we have no game plan, guys, but fucking color rush. Let's go. It's gonna be sick.
Coach, why are we not using fullbacks anymore?
Good question.
We use fullback.
No, just in general in the NFL.
Oh, okay.
What's
Yeah.
with the demise?
I think
of the position?
the utilization of fullback is an important thing. That's why we have one. So it's an important piece to it. I would say that a lot of the college game is coming up to the pro game, and in many instances they're not using fullbacks, and I think that's a big case of it. But we certainly value fullbacks, and we think it's an important piece.
The pendulum is swinging back a little bit because for a while it felt like there were maybe one or two teams that actually had like a full-time fullback.
Right. And you see the top teams doing it, right? Georgia and Alabama, they all have fullbacks and different, two-back sets and all that. So
even at the professional level, when everything is so high-paced and so specialized, do you think that there's still room in the game or a need in the game to have a guy like a fullback who will just go out there and hit somebody and just establish like a physical tone to it?
Yeah, I think it creates a lot of problems for the defense. When you create different formation sets, and if you have a guy that can really do a damage in the passing game, have a route tree out there when he's flexed out and then bring him back, and it creates obviously an additional gap in the run game. So there's a lot of problems it creates for the defense.
We're big fans of fullbacks.
Yeah.
Because it also just looks cool.
Yeah.
You're just hat on hat.
Neck roll.
Yeah, just run the damn ball.
Yeah, the
Who's
neck
your favorite
roll and all
fullback?
that.
Yeah. Do you like to run the damn ball?
Juszczyk for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Juszczyk, great.
Yeah, awesome.
Great weapon.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All time, probably Allstott.
Allstott, I would say, John Kuhn. I would say I like
He's
John
a
Kuhn.
Packer, so I don't like him.
That's fair. But his average, I think, was exactly 3.0 yards per carry. So the old saying was like, you need 1 yard, he'll get you 3. You need 5 yards, he'll get you 3.
Yeah.
He was just plug and play.
Right.
Allstott, he was a little flashy sometimes, but he got the job done.
Who's your guys' favorite fullbacks? Just guys talking fullbacks.
I'd probably go back a little bit. Who's with the Chargers? Lorenzo Neal?
Oh, yeah, Lorenzo
He was
Neal.
a
Yeah, friend
hammer.
of ours. Yeah.
He's a hammer.
Yeah,
I think
he was awesome.
I think he blocked for 10 consecutive 1,000-yard rushers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Crazy.
What about you?
I'm an all-star guy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we played him way back when I was coaching in college, so
Yeah.
I certainly respect him.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to know him, and he's come on the show a bunch of times. He actually gave us the some game-worn jerseys, and it's so funny how they go down to like our ankles.
Yeah,
'Cause he
they're
would
so
do-
How
long.
big they were.
Yeah,
They
right.
They're huge back then. It's funny because him and Lorenzo came on our show at the same time, and we set up our bench press. We have a bench press in our studio that we rarely use, but we broke it out on special occasion for these guys. Lorenzo hopped on there, and I think he put up 185 something like 52 times.
No way.
Just kept going,
was nuts.
kept going. Do you guys, when you're looking at bench press for players coming into the NFL, does that exercise actually factor into any decision making that you're doing, whether or not you want to draft this guy, or is bench press like a relic of the past?
We're looking at the extremes. If you get one,
Yeah.
concerning.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
would be fair. Like
Yeah.
Kevin Durant didn't even get any.
Right.
So bust. Is what we're saying.
You get a certain number over 25.
Yeah.
You're good.
What if it's like a quarterback that's putting up? Remember Brady Quinn? He hopped on there and
Yeah, it doesn't move the needle.
at all.
Yeah.
What about we're still waiting, so we're gonna air this on Monday, but it's Friday morning. The Bryce Young height watch. Everyone's waiting with bated breath. Do you think it actually matters as much as the internet is saying, or it's like, come on, the guy can play?
I think it's like anything else. Like, what do you have? Because a lot of times, if you focus on what guys don't have, you're kind of blinded from their strengths and the way that guy plays the game and sees it. I think he does some things to overcome those shortcomings.
Yeah.
Well, also it's more important to measure to the eyes. Who really cares what happens in the forehead region? That's wasted space. Where their eyes are, that's the real metric, I think. He might have high eyes. We don't know.
Yeah, potentially. We should measure that.
Yeah, like Peyton Manning just wasted his entire forehead.
He did, yeah. Bust. Another bust.
Right.
What about hand size? Do you guys pay attention to hand size on quarterbacks?
Yeah, I mean, we look at it, but then, again, you watch the tape, and it kind of tells you everything you need to know. Playing in different weather, if you have no issues, then you're fine.
Yeah. How, Coach, when you were coaching with the Colts, Philip Rivers, one of our favorite quarterbacks. Did you ever get him to swear around you? Maybe in practice when you're dialing up on defense, like, God fucking damn it, no, nothing.
Nothing. No, he is fantastic though.
Yeah.
I loved working with him. Our defensive guys loved going against him all spring and during training camp, and it was competitive, but it was fun spirited. It was really, really cool. It was on the edge of it, and it was really got us, going during practice. And he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest competitor during practice you've ever been around?
I would say Shaq Leonard.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, when I had him those 4 years, he was ultra competitive the entire time.
Yeah,
full tilt the entire time during practice.
Do you watch like Thursday night football, Monday night football, Sunday night football, or after you're done with the game, you go back and you go back to work?
No, I watch it. Yeah,
you watch all that stuff.
I do.
Do you have a favorite set of announcers?
No, I don't. I don't really watch that part of it. You know, the TV copy I do watch, just to see the replays and all those things during the course of the week, but I don't have the volume on.
What about? I like that. That's a big football guy move. What about the analytics part of the game?
Yeah, that's huge.
Do you have a guy? Do you have like a nerd that's just around you and you're like, this is my nerd?
Yeah, we have several guys that work in our analytics department that we both utilize on both sides. On both sides, on the football side and the scouting side. It's a very important part for us.
Do you ever get mad at them?
Mad at them?
Yeah, mad at the analytics people.
No.
When they're
no, because why would you get mad at them? They would withhold information from you. You don't want to do that.
That's
you want
good leadership. Yeah,
you want them to be able to divulge all the information they have.
So how do you go about figuring out like hypothetical situation, fourth quarter? How much time's left? 2 minutes?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. A little less than 2 minutes.
Like 1:52, something like that.
Okay. How many timeouts?
You have 3 timeouts.
Okay.
And you're down by 8 points.
Okay.
Okay. And it's 4th and goal.
Yeah,
right.
fourth
and goal on the 8-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Down by 8 points. You got 3 timeouts left.
Okay.
Do you go for it? Try to score a touchdown. Again, you're down by 8, or do you kick a field goal?
No, you have to go there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Gotta go.
Hypothetically, that's smart.
Some coaches in the league might be like, hey, we're down 8. Let's try to kick 3 field goals to win the game by 1.
And also, Tom
There's not
Brady's
a coach in the league that would say that.
There's one coach.
There's one coach.
Yeah.
He's not here right now.
Yeah.
He's got a French
gonna hate
name.
Hearing this again. No, it's Matt LaFleur. He's an idiot. So we're friends with him, but we've brought up that hypothetical probably 3,000 times on this show. So he'll text us and be like, "Why do you guys keep doing that?" I was like, "Well, why not?"
Yeah.
You're down 8.
It's a pretty basic math problem.
Yes.
What about this one? You're down 14 points. There's 2 minutes 30 seconds left in the game. You just scored a touchdown. Do you go for 2 or do you kick an extra point?
So now I'm down 7?
Well, you're down 6 because you just scored the touchdown.
Okay.
Do you kick the extra point to go down 7, or do you go for 2 to go down 6 potentially?
Kick the extra point.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We had one smart person tell us.
This interview went 2 minutes too long. Gotta go for 2.
Well, I was looking back 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's true. But you got to go for 2. You go for 2 because help me.
But you go for 2 because that way it's about 50-50 chance.
Thank you. Yes,
that you
chance.
convert the 2-point conversion. So if you miss it the first time, then you can go for 2 the second time. And stats
and
tell
if you make it the first time, you can win the game with an extra point.
There you go.
There we go. We knew it. We know it, analytics. All right, last question. This has been awesome. It's the Roback question, RHOBACK.com. Use promo code TAKE. You get 20% off performance joggers, Q-Zips, polos. That one right there, beautiful Mardi Gras one. Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. 20% off your first purchase. What are we going to do with the first pick? Let's just say we'll cut this part.
I can't tell you that.
We'll cut this.
It's too early.
We'll cut this.
It's too early.
Who's called? How many calls? Let's do that. That's totally.
A few?
Oh, well, again, I think you guys get our vibe. We're pretty dumb. Hank doesn't know the difference between a couple and a few, so why don't we give it an exact number?
Hank's gonna have to figure it out.
Okay.
We're gonna be here all day.
Yeah, Hank in his head was
We're
like,
gonna hold you
yeah,
hostage.
that was 2 calls. They got 2 calls. All right, so we're starting. All right, and then we obviously we're moving to Chicago. We're gonna open up a big office. You guys are welcome. We would love to have you come and compete so we can see the dog in you.
Yeah.
The motor, the mean, all that stuff.
I just let you hit Big Cat. I'll just let you take him out.
Yeah, and while I'm just like cat guy.
Yeah.
You like cats. Think I'm not owned.
What about this? If the Bears win a Super Bowl, if you win a Super Bowl with the Bears, Big Cat, will you get a cat?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you get 2 cats.
I'll get fucking 10 cats.
Yeah.
I'll get 10
There you
cats.
go.
10 cats.
We're going to hold you to it.
I'll get 10 cats if the Bears win a Super Bowl.
Love it.
There we go. Under your guys' watch. You guys can bring us there.
Yeah.
I think maybe like 75 years. Maybe they'll win one. I'm not going to get like... Actually, I'll be like old, so... Cats would be nice, yeah. This interview has gone way too long. Thank you guys so much. Obviously, best of luck.
Thank you.
Let's wheel and deal.
We will.
Let's wheel. You need a smoke.
According
screen.
to your plan, I got a lot of work to do.
Listen. You need a smoke screen. You let me know.
Yep.
You go through the channels. I'll start smoke screening. I'm here for you guys. Whatever you need. Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks,
you
guys.
guys.
Awesome.
All right.
Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles are brought to you by Omega Accounting Solutions. Attention small business owners. You may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit. You are a responsible business owner who continued to pay taxes and employ staff during the pandemic. Recover the payroll taxes you overpaid as a refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Omega Accounting Solutions helps get back the money you deserve through the CARES Act. All it takes is a quick, easy, and free 10-minute consultation to determine if you qualify. Omega is a small business champion with teams dedicated to maximizing tax credits. CPAs even turn to Omega for ERC guidance. Don't miss out on your small business tax credit, even if you got the PPP loan. There's still time to find out if you qualify and file your claim. Call 855-505-DAVE or visit omegataxcredits.com/Barstool Sports now. That's 855-505-DAVE. Or visit omegataxcredits.com/Barstool Sports now.
Okay. Let's wrap up the show. Hank, have you ever gotten the lottery ball?
No, Daniel.
We were out in the
not.
wild in Indy. How many times did you get it?
Couple.
Well, no, you've never gotten it.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn.
How many different people would you say in Indy came up to you and just gave you numbers or told you that they got it?
Just people would get. Yeah, a couple people told me they got it, which just is extremely disrespectful. And just people would just whisper in my ear as I walk by.
I like that. Stop doing that.
By the way, congratulations, PFT, the 1-week anniversary for you getting it.
Thank you. Yeah, that was. Yeah, you're right. Actually, 7 days ago, right now.
Right now, right this second.
And then, you remember when I false started?
Yeah.
And then Hank took my number.
Yeah.
And then I took a new number and it won.
Yeah.
And then I won $36,000.
He's never going to get it.
Think still owes me money for that.
Yeah.
Do you think you owe me clothes?
If he's anything like
Well,
Max, it will take like 6 weeks.
Hank, it's Southwestern Merchandise, which is on the way.
Blame Venmo.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've said once I get that, you'll get your money.
Do you think you've had every number recommended to you? Like all 100?
That'd be impossible.
Well, no.
No, like all 100 possible numbers. You think they've all been
No,
recommended?
because he's never gotten the right number recommended to him.
Do you ever take into account people's advice when determining what you're going to pick?
Sometimes, yeah. I have a good one for this. Someone DM me my suggestion for today.
You have a good number?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a hot one.
Okay, numbers.
69.
15.
Ew.
For Anthony Richardson?
18.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do 17 then.
Tebow, 15.
20.
I'm going to go 33. Larry Bird, maybe the greatest athlete of all time.
True.
$25.
Saw the 5 ending.
You were close, Hank.
Kind of.
I've had 1 out of 2 a lot recently.
Another winner for Max Homa.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats, Max.
Let's call him right now. He choked today. I had him.
That's twice in a month.
I'm actually mad because I had him to finish top 10. He couldn't fucking do that. What a fucking piece of shit.
So some people were saying it was Mickey Mouse last time, but now
twice.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Hank.
Oh.
Hank's trying to call me to interrupt it. Stop. 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 You're such a bitch. He's not picking up anyway. He's probably on a fucking private jet.
Good.
Hank keeps trying to FaceTime me. Why would you do that? This is for the AWLs. Yeah, it is.
I don't care.
Max Homer just won again.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Wait, isn't the players next week? So they go from Orlando to Jacksonville. That's probably.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to answer.
No, he's probably on a private jet. He did choke,
Sick
though.
of you
He
calling-
should have been top 10.
Did you see he took his shoes and socks off and stood in the lake to hit a shot? Yeah, that was a good visual.
He sucks. Right
Apparently, there's an alligator in that lake too. Could have gotten
I'll
killed.
just put it on a text chain with all of us, Hank, so that he can see it and respond to it. All right. That's the show.
Love you guys.
I've been going on a deep dive and rabbit hole on sloth bears. They're the most vicious animal on earth. I think more vicious than a honey badger. They fight tigers, and tigers are literally scared of them. And sometimes in India, they go on rampages and like kill like 5 people at a time. They're like literally the nastiest like animal on earth. Like attacked this week with the sloth bear mentality.
Is this a fact?
Yeah.
This week's animal fact was sloth bears are sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See you everyone Wednesday.